Sure, I got it going on yours too. Yeah, we should be good, huh? Yeah, we up.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving our praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Hey, it's another week. We're out here once again to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great and proclaim the good news to the Israelites, who consist of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. We are the true people of the Lord. We are his children, his sons and his daughters. You know, and we're here to warn you about the prophecies that are coming to pass, which is something that's very important to know what to stay away from and how to operate in these last days before Yahweh Shai's return. And a major thing, and a major thing that we focus on and teach is the MOTB. Matter of fact, we can start right there. Revelation 13.
If I can add on, because when you go to Revelation, the 14th chapter, it says it's three main messages concerning the gospel. And one of them is Babylon will get destroyed, fear the Most High, and the MOTB. That's the three main messages right there, man.
Get the somebody get in the blue letter too.
This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Revelation 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
So this goes unto all people, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All people, men, women, and children, they're going to be faced with the hour of temptation. It's going to come upon the whole world according to the book. What is that, Revelation 3 and 10?
Mm-hmm.
Get that real quick.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
So the hour of temptation is going into what the brother is bringing out in Revelation 13 and 16. It is something that, matter of fact, go back to Revelation 13 and 16.
Right.
So, hey, if we keep the Lord, if we keep the sayings of the Lord is going to keep us from the hour of temptation, which is going to come upon the whole world. Bring it up.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
And it said he caused it all. You know, nobody's going to hold you down and force something upon you. You're going to have the decision to make. You're going to be faced with an opportunity either to bow down and to receive that mark, or to cleave to the words of the Lord, which warns us not to receive this mark. That's why it's important to know what this mark is, and we're going to go into that. You got it up? No, keep reading.
Okay. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So without receiving this mark, you will not be able to buy or sell. You know, going to the prophecies in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, how some are going to be thrown out of their houses. Matter of fact, get that 2nd Ezra 16 and start at 70, I believe. But with this mark, if you don't receive it, you won't be able to buy or sell. So before we get that, let's go into that word mark, in the Greek, because it is a physical thing. It's important to go into these words so you can get a full understanding of what these prophecies are really talking about in these last days. You know,
You will be an outcast to society, no matter what it is. It could be financially, healthcare, shelter. Because remember, everybody will be pilgrims on the earth at this time.
right?
So if you need help from Red Cross, FEMA, the government, you're gonna have to get these things in order to survive, man. Your children, so on and so forth. You know, you know, Esau got the miracles coming with it, right? The brain implants, so on and so forth. So he gonna cause these people when they at their worst, right? You know.
And just to think about it, the days that we're in, if you don't have a job, if you don't have income coming in, how are you going to survive? How are you going to take care of yourself and your family? You know, how are you going to get food? How are you going to receive your shelter? So, you got that going into that word, Mark?
This is the word for Mark. This is Strong's G5480, Charagma. And it means a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand as a badge of the followers of the mark branded upon horses, thin carved sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images.
That's it. It's a graven work. It is something, it's a physical thing, something inserted, something that will be graven into the flesh. Now get the root word of that. So the charagma is a physical thing, which is the RFID seal that you have to receive in order to buy or sell, to continue living. You got it?
This is G5482, Charax. And it means a pale or a stake, a palisade, or a rampart. And that's like a needle. Or when you see them fences, those they make them fences out of logs, and they make the tips pointing, they dig them into the ground.
Right.
That's what it's going into.
It's a sharp edge, a point.
See? And even when you have like them, like you ever watch any of them vampire shows, they be killing their ass with a stick and snake. Yeah, they get sharp and they impale it, and right. So it's something that's going to be impaled in your skin.
It's like I was about to say, it's like a covenant too, because once you do that, the brother, elder brother required Kwame in London, he was going into it. Once you get pork with that, that's likened unto you in a covenant because it's by blood now.
Hey, that's yeah. Yep. The cutting of the flesh.
And that corresponds to that all. That in Exodus 21:6.
Bring it on.
It's like don't have no hands. And then this is Exodus 21 in verse, I'll start at 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. And this time we see our freedom. Our freedom is right around the corner. But if you take this mark, you saying, I love my master. I love you, Master Esau. And I love the life that you gave me here. This bullshit life. I love it here. Thank you. Can I have some more?
Right. And that shows you too how they want you to receive that mark. So you can be comfortable and continue to live in the scriptures. Yahweh Shah was faced, you know, with a point in time where he combated Yahweh Shah was in a situation where he had to make a decision, and he chose to lean on the words of the Lord rather than to receive the physical food, you know, for his body whenever he was fasting, which puts it in the mind that we're going to be brought to. How it says, if you don't receive that mark, you won't be able to buy or sell. So the major thing is, how will we eat? How will we eat in those days? You know, just to back up what the brother was saying.
Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Let me grab that word.
You going into it?
Yeah, I'm just going to get that word for all.
Okay, come. Talk
The word for all is Strong's H4836. That's Marshall. Maratazah. Brother Sharp. Maratazah. and all a boring instrument. And that's it. It just, you taking that mark, you getting that, well, in your hand.
Yeah, something that'll make a hole. There's a boring tool. You know, something that basically busts through and makes a hole.
It's great.
Right.
He's going to like Brandon as well.
Go back to grapho.
So he reached the point already about that if a man have a kid and a wife, and that's the reason why he didn't want to leave his master.
Oh, wow.
It's cool, but it said that, you know, because he gonna be up under this man, and if he got kids and a wife, like while serving him, then he got to go away free without them because it belongs to the master. But if he want to keep his wife and his kids, then he's gonna get the law. So the same way, right? You gonna use your woman and your kids against you, and you gonna have people, hey man, shit, my wife's gotta eat, my kids gotta eat, she gotta do this.
This is the word rapho.
And just to, you know, go back over it, we started in Revelation 13 and 16. We looked up the word mark, which goes into a charagma. It's a physical thing. It's something that will be implanted. Then the root word of charagma is karax, which is a pale or palisade, a sharp point, which will be the syringe or the needle. Charagma will be the C-hip. The karax will be the needle. And this is going into the word grapho.
This is Strong's G 1125, rapho. And that's to write with reference to the form of letters. To letters on a tablet, parchment, to write with reference to the contents of writing. To write to one, i.e. by writing, to give information, direction.
And that's what's going to be inside of the chip. The CHIP, that's what's going to be inside of that, which holds all your information. You know, to your medical, the banking, your health, your social security number, everything. Everything will be on that C-hip that if you have it, you're good to go, so to say. You can continue to survive for a short moment. But without receiving that mark, you're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be uncomfortable, but guess what? It's worth it. You do not want to be found with that mark in your body before the Lord returns at all. We don't want any part with this. So from that,
if I can add, that's why Yahweh, Apostle Paul said he go present us as chaste virgins to Yahweh Shai. One, chaste is purity. Virgin, you ain't never been penetrated. Now Esau, when he put that mark in people, what's the first step? To penetrate you, and that's like him shooting this, you know, his device in you, man. It sees. So of course, what we gonna do now? What's the law when a woman about to get great? Scream out, calling out. That's what we doing right now. Calling out to the Lord because you got this man trying to take us and penetrate us, man. Put his device within us, you know. Huh?
So if you receive the mark, this is what you have to look forward to.
This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
Read that one more time.
And the third angel, this is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of it of Slacken.
So it said, worshiping the beast in the image and what did it say? In the mark?
And receive his mark.
And receive the mark.
Or his hand.
So that's why the scripture say, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. because you have to separate yourself from how this place is governed and how it's ruled. Baba Kishai, start at the top one more time.
Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand.
So if you submit yourself to the beast and the image, the way that the leaders of this world run this place, you know, they want you to they want to normalize everything. You can see the wave of that, you know, but sticking with this, the MOTB, they want you to conform to that. The scriptures are warning us right here not to receive it, but they're going to push it out as something normal. Everybody's going to take it, so just go along to get along, so to speak.
And the convenience of it. How much easier things are going to be with it. Like how easy things are right now. You just go to the store, swipe your card, or tap your card, or whatever. And even like the city, Apostle Gabar brings this out a lot. The city is made for women, and it's convenience of the stuff here that's for the women. Like everything being convenient, that's a trap for you.
You got a precept for it?
No, it went into torment, right? Because that torment is going to come from that second death, which is by fire, man. And it's not going to be a quick, because those ICBM missiles are created to wipe away everything. You know, the scriptures goes into in 2 Peter to melt elements. You see, so you would think that it'll be just an instant, you know, quick death. But that's not the case, man, because it said torment. And I got a simple Google definition on it. It says, I'm going to just read I'm going to read just a little bit and go to the definition, but it says by repeatedly trying to make someone miserable. You see, because the Most High is who? The Father of spirits. He's going to contain your spirit while you're being tormented here in Babylon, you know, because this is where the whole earth is going to be affected by the second death. The scripture goes into that the earth is going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. So there's going to be massive, it's going to be a massive impact when this happens. But here in Babylon, you're going to be, how it goes into tormented. And it's done. Most High is known as the King of Terrors, man. But I'm going to go into what is the definition. It says, intense feelings of suffering, actual mental or physical pain. You see, it's an intense feeling of shit. You just go. I remember a while back you had mentioned that you took a hot shower and you oh shit, you stepped back, you felt that heat. This is nothing that we've ever experienced. I've shit grown up. You know, you have your plancha, your what is it called when you're plancha when you're with your clothes. The iron. You have the iron. I remember when I was a kid, shit, just being a kid, fucking touched it. My hand was stuck on that heat for a while. My mom had to slap the shit out of my hand to get it off, and my whole hand was blistered, all fucked up. That right there is nothing in comparison to the heat that the Most High has for this place, man. It says unbearable physical pain, man. Extreme mental distress, a feeling, and that was it basically. But yeah, man, that pain is gonna be a continual suffering, man. It's gonna be a torment, and this is what the Most High has in store. That's why the brother's going into. You don't want to take no part of this, man. So take heed of the warning. You gotta.
You said unbearable.
You
got your precept.
I got a precept to back that up, because everybody that takes that mark, something's gonna happen to them. Not only just the destruction from the missiles, but this is Revelation 16:2, and actually I'll start at 1. Revelation 16:1, and I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped the image. And those grievous sores, that's what all the people are going to get. That's like cancers and stuff that the people are gonna get. That get that chip. You got it.
Hey, just to add to that, you know, you're gonna get you're gonna reap what you sow, man. You know, and that's something that the Lord is preserving for these people to, just like with the jabs, right? People that first got them were talking shit to the people that didn't get them. You know, in their eyes, they seem to be in a much better case, right? That's how it's gonna be with this chip, the C-hip. They're gonna think they're actually in a good case, while we're gonna be without the C-hip, and we're gonna be in a struggle, in a tough situation. Matter of fact, you get a whole 2 Corinthians 13.
Yeah. You had mentioned that they're gonna you reap what you sow. Hey, because go back to Revelation 14, said they shall receive that judgment without mixture. I mean, the judgment ain't gonna be watered down. You're gonna get that full 100% wrath. You gotta
and just thinking about these judgments, man, you know, not to branch away from the C-hip, but a lot of women that like to get shit in their bodies already, it's gonna be not a no-brainer to receive the C-hip. And you got men doing shit to their bodies too. You know, and judgments are coming out. The other day I was looking at the deaths caused to those people who go under the surgeries to get things changed to their bodies. A lot of these niggas die around like a year or two after the surgery, man. But that's not on the news. That's not pushed out there. But look it up. You'll see a lot of people suffering from the BBL surgeries. Yeah, that's the latest, most known one. But your everyday school teachers, construction workers, you know, fast food workers, every day shit is happening to these people that trust, you know, their enemies, you know, which seems to have a better life. You got it out.
The nigga Drake got a tummy tuck and BBL and shit.
Did we finish Revelations 14 and 9? We could finish.
This is Revelation chapter 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image.
Yeah, because the days we're in, the structure of this place, this is the Roman Empire all over again. Ancient Roman Empire, bro, from the pagan customs to the legislation, you know, the legislations and even the architecture, the Senate.
And that's going into the image. The image of the beast, like the brother said.
It's not Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, right. But that's part of it, but it's just not that's not it. You know, the bread is circus.
Yeah, you don't fall for this shit.
Infrastructure, yeah.
Right, because even when the founding fathers was about to establish America, they were like, shit, we're gonna make it just like that.
Right.
And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
Hey, it said worship the beast and his image and receive the mark, right? Because you got a lot of people outside the truth that might not take the mark, but they still worship the beast and the image. You know, they're not separated from they don't separate themselves from the wicked. Just to throw that in there, you know, for these hard-headed people that think they just so down and solid, unshakable. But if you worship the beast and the image, nigga, your ass is gonna get caught up in that hellfire too. You got it. To finish it up.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Hey, and the wine of the wrath is going to be fully presented to this earth whenever Yahushua returns, man. That's the importance of warning the people of what to avoid before Yahushua comes back. If you're not found pure, like you said, in the eyes of the Lord, your ass going to be a victim of Revelations 14 and 9. Bring that out. Yahushua's return, we about to get into it. Revelations 2 Corinthians 13 and 1, start at the top. I'll be sure.
He shall be tormented.
No. Oh, you finishing? No.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
So in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, this is what's going to happen when Yahushua comes back, who y'all ignorantly called Jesus Christ. whenever Yahweh Shai returns back, it's gonna be trouble. What is that in Amos? Those that desire the day of the Lord. Go to 5 and 8. 18. Real quick. Get that 2 Esdras 13. Because the day of the Lord isn't what everybody is gonna expect, man.
This is Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh.
Woe unto you. Hey, woe means destruction. You're going to be destroyed. Those that desire the day of the Lord but don't really understand what's going on, those that don't take heed to the scriptures that we just brought out, woe unto you.
To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Yeah, all you niggas that talk about, man, I can't wait till this shit is over. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Read that one more time, Baba Kusha.
Amos chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Right. Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him.
Prior to the Lord's return, there's going to be events on this earth that you're going to need deliverance from. You're going to need mercy from the Lord to make it out of these perilous times, these dangerous times. It's about to get dangerous out here in America.
Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him.
So you made it from the first danger. You think you good, you keep going. Oh, you made it from a second danger. Right. Then whenever you really think you comfortable and you in a state of peace, when you really get to rest, it said you landed on the one, you got bit by a serpent. Right.
You know, you kind of remind me of, as Jake said in the world, like that old song by Drake, back to back, back to back. Right. And how he's like, it's going to be continuing, man, non-stop. This is what it's going into. Hey, you don't get out of one. Oh, sorry.
And just to add how I said a snake bit you, whenever you don't see something, and what's the common word today? Oh, if it was a snake, it would have bit me. Right. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Right. And that's the thing. You don't know what you're desiring. You are desiring the day of the Lord. You really don't understand what comes with that. It's like, yeah.
Verse 20. Amos chapter 5 and verse 20.
Come.
Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?
Hey, whenever the Lord returns, events are going to be taking place on this earth. And also, whenever he comes back, it makes way in his glorious appearance, the constellations will be covered. Yeah, let's get that. It'll explain it.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 13 and verse 1. And it came to pass, after 7 days, I dream a dream by night. Verse 2. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. Verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Read that verse again.
Verse 3, 2 Esdras 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
This is talking about Yahweh Shai's return. So whenever he comes back, he says he waxed strong with thousands of angels. Is that what it says?
Yeah, thousands of heavens. But
okay, it's talking about the angels. So Yahweh Shai is coming back with the army of the heavens, man. Right. Which are the angels. And that's something that came up today at the plantation. A nigga talking about, did y'all see the video of them aliens in that man's backyard? Y'all heard about that shit? They believe that aliens are the things that operate these so-called UFOs. Right. You know, this is the way that the Lord is going to come back and make his appearance on this earth.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Yahweh Shai is coming back with power and great glory, and it said whenever his return is, the nations tremble. That's why I said, woe to those that desire the day of the Lord. He's not coming back in a happy countenance. He's coming back for vengeance to gather his elect. And guess what? These elect are not going to receive what we just opened up with, the MOTB. You know, that's why the importance of keep pushing it out. Keep pushing it out is because if you have this, you are not a part of the Lord's elect, man. You are not going to be delivered from the second death. Pick back up.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 3, and beheld, and I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousand of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice.
Right. And it's talking about Yahweh Shai's chariot. You know, the scriptures talk about how it's going to be fire and brimstone, and we know about the missiles, but also the Lord is going to come back. And I mean, the chariots are a part of the Lord's army. You know, it's a defense mechanism also. You know, it's a weapon. They're weapons, they're vehicles, they can move, they can maneuver. Esau got his helicopters that can shoot missiles, that can shoot bullets. You know, the Lord, they don't get that just because, you know, that's something that they brought into their mind. This is nothing new. And this is ancient. This is ancient. A chariot ain't no 2023. Right. This is ancient, man.
And that's all about that concentration fire, what you would call laser beams, man. Right. Okay, that's that concentration fire, that laser beam gonna be zapping these people to turn them to dust. Like, you ever saw that movie War of the World? Yep. Hey, just like that, man. When these devils do make these movies, they call it predictive programming. These devils understand that too, you know. That's why they do that, put that vision out there, but they know 2/3 of our people and the people of the world won't get it. They just looking at it like it's animated, but these devils, they put these signs in these movies because they study.
They'll show you a picture of a chariot, but they'll say, "Oh, it's a UFO," but they know that they shoot fire.
Yeah, they know.
Come on, bro.
Hey, you can really think about it this way too. They wouldn't want to tell Jake that that's their salvation. They want them to be afraid of it.
Right.
He's just supposed to be afraid of not our people.
Right.
I mean, but if you are the wicked, of course. Right. Well, Jeremiah 10 says, "Don't be dismayed of the size of heaven." Right. Esau is in fear, so he won't put everybody else in fear. Or they hate him. We got to come together.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire.
And mind you, we're talking about the Lord's return. The logo is the Lord's return. This is how the Lord's coming back to this earth, man.
Right. He said he's not coming to send peace on earth with a sword, man.
Right.
And that sword come in the form of what we're reading about now. Some are gonna come from that laser beams, man. It's after wicked ass Israelites too, you know? Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was a gathering together a multitude of men out of the number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
And so it's going to be, as the scriptures say in Revelation, the 12th chapter, war in heaven. This is an account going into detail. Right. So whenever Yahweh Shai's appearance is made known, the people on the earth are going to fight against Yahweh Shai in the heavenly host. Right. Or they're going to attempt to. Right. They're going to make an attempt to fight Yahweh Shai and the angels. You got it?
Verse 6. And I beheld, and lo, he had graven himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
So it said he has graven him a great mountain and he flew upon it. It's not physical. Mind you, Ezra was having a dream and he was shown a vision.
Yeah, he was speaking symbolic, man. Symbolic, so like,
Yeah, and that mountain represents the chariot, the vehicle that is gonna bring Yahweh Shah to this earth. That's all it is. It's going into the chariot, the vehicle that the Lord is gonna come in.
and he's showing you, telling you how big it was.
Right.
He said he graded, he graded from a mountain, so you know how big a mountain is. So he looking like, so just imagine that, like, God, yeah, that's why some men's heart is gonna be failing in when they see that, man. Catching a heart attack, but they never seen nothing like that before.
Like saying the mountain that he saw is bigger than the earth, so how could it come off of the earth?
Right, he gonna
Exactly. Shit.
12 been great for day, man.
You gotta consider, bro. Like, and one, the Lord gonna be on top of the chariot. He gonna be on top of it.
Right.
Because what Ezra seen, he said on top of it. Revelation 19 said he was on top of the horse. Revelation Isaiah 19 said he rode on top of the swift cloud. Because if he was inside the chariot, how our eyes gonna see him? No, you know. But even when you go into this dream, Ezra said he seen him come out to sea. Which in the dream, in the dream, he literally came out to sea though. He literally came out to sea. But we know he could come from the heavens. There's a reason he came out to sea. So when Ezra was seeing, he seen the waters in the water split, and he seen Yahweh Shai rise out of him. You about to say something?
No, I was gonna say the atmosphere or the Shemayim, the heavens, is known as the waters as well.
Come, you know, because you go at the end of the chapter. Ezra said, "Well, why the man came out the water?" And the Lord gave him the explanation. But Ezra seen him. He said he just seen a man rising out the water. Now we know he coming from the heavens, like the brother said to Shema. Ezra seen him come out the waters, and that's when he said he graded himself a great mountain and flew upon it. Ezra seen him go on top of that check. Yeah, it started getting busy.
Right.
You know, but the reason he was in the water, the Most High had him come out the water. Ezra said, why he came out the water though? Right? Because remember, it was an aerial attack. He said, but why he came out the water? And the Most High said, just as nobody could search the deep of the ocean and never been down there, never seen it, even so, the same way, nobody go see my son or those that come with him until the day that they come. You know? So that's why he came out the water in this chapter though. Right.
So back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13, and what we're speaking about, in verse 7 it say, but I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Showing you it wasn't a physical mountain that the brother was going into. This is the chariot that Yahweh Shah is coming in. Gotcha.
In verse 8, and after this I beheld.
That's crazy, bro, because if he's looking at it, he just kind of like, oh, shit. He's like, man, it got to be a mountain, so it can't be a mountain.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's going on?
Yeah. You kind of throw it out. You're like, oh, this different.
If I say it looked like a mountain, but if it was a mountain, I would have seen where it was.
Right. Yeah.
Like, we didn't know what it is.
There's a man even looking around like, right, that's good. Where did he come from?
And you gotta think, brother, Yahweh Shai chariot gonna be like, you gonna have lights and who knows what it ain't probably gonna have the world is yours, like on Scarface going you know.
And he comes with power and great glory.
And he a Judite, so he come and stunt. Like I had said on my last lesson I did, how you gonna be Yahweh Shai gonna be ghost riding him up. You know, he gonna be on top of it, bro. Just say, come on, man. Selling the heavens, man.
Right. Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 8. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet there spake.
Hey, so the great multitude of people from the four winds of the earth, they're shook at the Lord's return. But they can't do anything besides still fight. They have to.
Going to the Most High.
The man's going of the Lord. So how can a man direct his own path? His own way?
Going to them armies that's going to be fighting over there. In the Middle East and in the Levant area. They're going to be fighting each other, and then, hey, they're going to turn against the Lord. They're going to turn to fight against them.
Man, you trying to run it. Like, man, what the hell is that? And then your spirit just say, fight.
Oh, you already have people in the midst of World War III.
Right.
They gonna be like, they already gonna be shook up because of the war. Like, damn, this is World War III. We actually in it.
This is.
Then they gonna see Yahweh Shai them come. They gonna start thinking about like aliens and shit. They gonna be like,
Somebody shoot that shit.
Man,
it's gonna be too much for them.
Too much.
Hey, like if y'all seen what is that movie? Children of Men. It was a movie set like it's set in today's time, but can't nobody have no kids. But at the end of the movie, like one lady had a kid, and they were in the middle of a fight, like a firefight going on in this rundown city, and they brought the baby out. Everybody stopped fighting and looking at the baby, and then right after, like, somebody had shot a missile into the building, and the fight is starting back up. But when Yahweh Shai comes, everybody gonna stop, look, and then what's gonna happen? What me speaking as a man, somebody gonna get zapped. Like, you be standing there looking, they get zapped, turn to powder, and then they gonna start trying to fight it. Whatever.
We're gonna make the first move.
Right.
Hey, because if we keep reading, it says Yahweh shall rush them.
Hey, right. You gonna have niggas that they gonna stop to look. You got niggas run up.
Yeah.
You still gonna be getting killed. Like, hold on, hey, hold on, wait, wait, look.
Yeah, how was I gonna make the first move?
Yeah, he's not coming in peace. He's not coming in peace, man.
I remember an old movie I used to watch. That was the name of the movie. I Don't Come in Peace. All right, y'all brother remember that over there? I'm too old.
Mars Attack.
Telling my age out here.
And speaking as a man, bro, Yahweh Shai might just pull him like a gravitational pull towards him. Cause, bro, any man in their right mind, if you see that, why you going to like?
Right.
Come on, man.
Isaiah 34 said, "I have given them to the slaughter, their armies unto the slaughter."
Oh, remember that brother is in the Cleveland camp. This is like 5. This is like when we first came into the camp. Like, was probably first or second year. He had a dream. It was fighter jets. He walked out of his house. He seen fighter jets in chariots. He said the fighter jets was trying to run, but he said they were just being gathered together and brought towards all the chariots. So think about it, bro. Anybody in there right, man? You see a big ass, a gigantic UFO. I'm gonna say it like that. UFO with a big pissed off, angry black man on top of it, killing people at his leisure. Right? Why would you go towards that? So the Lord will help. That's why I said they was afraid, but yet durst fight. He gonna make them fight, man.
He gonna harden all their heart, though, like he did Pharaoh.
Mm-hmm.
Pharaoh and them. Pharaoh and them, they was shook. But
Yep.
Pharaoh still chased Israel, up out of the land, and they ended up dying.
Hey, man, we're talking about so-called warrior men. They're gonna be frightened with fear. What the fuck you think these everyday people you see around the streets are gonna be,
Right.
man? Mama. So you're showing you, like, for somebody to be proud now, consider the later end. You will be fucking scared. You will be terrified. You will be terrified at the Lord's return.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lift up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
So he saw how violent these warriors were, right? He wasn't shook by that. He said he didn't even lift up an instrument to fight back. It didn't faze him at all. Because how are you going to be afraid of your creation?
Right. You just imagine that, in this time, when a little 5-year-old come up to you trying to fight, you're going to be like,
Your son or something,
like, come on, look. Be for real, man.
You don't take it serious.
Yeah, you don't take it serious. Like, come on, man. Chill out. Verse, 2nd Ezra 13, verse 10.
You holding a little nigga back.
Yeah, he violent. He violent. Thinking he doing
Hold
something.
that nigga head.
Yeah, you know what it is, man.
Making noise. And that's the thing, like he said, he beheld the violent stuff. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna look scary, but it ain't doing shit. Man, I was reading, I forgot what chapter it was in Sirach though, in the GNT, and it said a man that used, rough language and loud noise to get a point across, that's like a eunuch receiving a virgin. Like, what the fuck? What you gonna do?
Yeah, for real. Like,
You ain't making no noise. You ain't getting shit done. It's just something that's being seen. Exactly, a scare tactic.
Right.
That Chihuahua spirit. That shit worked too.
I got a quick one. This tie into that 2nd Ezra reading. This is Isaiah 31. And I'm gonna start at 4, because the scriptures give similitudes. Now this actually talking about exactly what you're reading. Isaiah 31, man, because when you start at the top, it says how the Egyptians' chariots are flesh,
Right.
but the Lord chariots of spirit. Talking about that war in heaven, right? Now this verse 4, it says, "For thus saith the Lord, for thus have the Lord spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion warring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds." Now Yahweh Shai is this young lion right here, right? Oh, that young man. It says, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, it says, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. Well, so shall Yahweh of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will the Lord defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Now, those shepherds that's coming against the lion, that's talking about them nations. But it said, just you got a hungry young lion. Shepherds trying to stop him from getting his meal. It's not gonna happen. So Yahweh Shai not gonna be stopped from coming gathering his, bro. It's not gonna happen. Not on duty.
Young lion in his youth, man. He a bad lion.
Come on.
Man, in his youth, bro.
Look at Simba, man. Who was fucking with Simba, man? You know?
For real.
And they back up the brothers and what Shemaiah had quoted. This is Sirach 20:4 in the GNT. Using force to get a point across is like a castrated man trying to rape a young woman. Hey, y'all fighting for no reason.
I was out ready to get down, ready to get busy. He said the day of vengeance burning in his heart. Even back then when Pilate told me, they say you a king, you a king, huh? He was like, man, look, man, and this is my kingdom, I serve him fight.
Straight up.
So he already had it on his mind, but he already knew the mission that he had to do. So when this time comes, that's why I say, you're not gonna meet him as a man. The lion of the tribe of Judah.
He's not even gonna let them two Roman soldiers get away with what they did. And that's small to come to conquer the earth. No, he still remember they little ass like no.
Hey, Christian, what they say, you're not supposed to hold a grudge against anybody. Hey, what that is right there?
That's the longest grudge in history right there.
He been come and conquer the whole world. He still, I got them 2,000 years.
And I bet you better gotta be in America, bro.
They gotta be in the army. They gotta be in the army.
Right.
One of them probably in the Israeli army, one of them probably in the American army.
That's still.
Hey, yo.
Hey, that nigga don't know.
What's up, man?
Hey, we pulled up on. What's it? It's an ATL.
Oh, bro. Yeah, on Ant, you just spilled that milk. On Baby Boy with Snoop Dogg came, put the window down a little bit. Yeah, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it has been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
So out of that chariot was shot fire, like they say, concentrated heat, laser beam, so to speak. This is in the Bible. We reading it right now. Believe it or not, we reading about it though.
Whether you hear or you prepare, man.
Right. Our duty is to warn the people about what's coming, man.
Bro, then the laser, bro, it got levels to it, bro. And because when you go back to the commandments, that was written on stones, it was written with the finger of the Lord. So he was able to penetrate on the stones and not break the stones. So he able to turn up the intensity of it.
It's in control. It's controlled. It's controlled by the Lord, man. It's controlled by the Lord.
And even with the lasers right here in the Esau Kingdom, when you see how it cut in every position, like, man, it's just so easy with it.
And that's not far-fetched, man.
Right.
Think about the car you drive. You got low beams, you got high beams. You can control the light, so to speak.
Right.
This is your Yahweh Shai's chair. You don't think you got control over that?
Right.
Come on, man. You got it.
Second Ezra chapter 13 and verse 11. And they were all mixed together. The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burnt them up every one, so that upon the sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust in the hold on, I gotta say again. Only the dust in the smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Man, niggas gonna get cremated alive.
It said a great multitude, an innumerable multitude got cleared out that quick. All of a sudden, man, the Lord put an end to that shit.
Wait.
And that's not even the get down part. That's just at his first appearance, him coming back to earth. That's what's gonna happen.
Yahushua coming back and being that priest and high priest Melchizedek, he gonna sacrifice those people, bro. Set their ass on fire. Because it referred to them as lamb,
Ox.
bullocks. Yeah. So Melchizedek, the high priest, is gonna offer up that sacrifice.
Sacrifice of gospel. He said, I was afraid. And that reminds me of when they say the elect is going to be frightened. Right? You know, you're going to be sitting out, they're going to be like, yeah. I hope I put my work here, did my, my work.
Well, you know, too, bro, it's going to be a fearful thing for us. And Lord willing, we continue, bro. But when we see Yahushua, bro, we're going to know what time it is, bro. Real shit, I can look and be like, finally, like, bro, it's going to hit us, like, for real. Because the scriptures speak about in Thessalonians that he going to destroy those who don't believe the gospel, but he going to be admired in all those who was waiting on his coming. We waiting, bro. We waiting. And that's it's going to be freaky, though, but.
Hey, cause it's like this is like a war, like a spiritual war. So like imagine like watching a war movie and you outnumbered, right? And y'all kind of getting your ass kicked or whatever. Then the reinforcements come in. Yeah, right. That's what it's gonna feel like, bro. That's what it's gonna feel like.
Man, imagine hearing that horn blow.
Then that spirit of Apostle Paul, I fought a good fight of faith. I finished my course. Let's go now. You know what I'm saying?
And the beauty of it is, that's how it always is. That's how it always is for the elect. I mean, they get saved, they get delivered at the right time.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 12. Afterward, saw I the same man come down from the mountain and call upon him another peaceable multitude.
Going into what you was talking about. Let's read it. Keep going.
Verse 13. And there came much people unto him, thereof some were glad.
So, hey, after that, it said some are going to be glad. Like you said, yeah, it's going to be a fearful thing, but you're still going to have hope in the Lord. Like you said, you're going to know. You're going to know what time it is because it's different. How it said, woe to those that desire the day of the Lord. That doesn't apply to everybody. Those that serve the Lord, those that fear the Lord, those that keep the commandments and got faith in the Lord, it's not going to be woe for them because the scriptures say, how does it say? Hasten the days. Right. But hey, we're looking for the Lord's return.
Looking for a hastening.
This is the moment that the elect have been waiting for. Lord willing, that's us out here, man. Right. Let's get into it.
Thereof, some were glad and some were sorry.
So that's the elect. Some were glad. Hey, man, where is that? I know I got it written down. To back up what you said, 2 Timothy 4:8, get that real quick. Hold that. This brother got it.
Bring it out. I got something.
You could, okay, come.
This is 2 Timothy 4, chapter 4 and verse 8. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh the righteous judge shall give me at that day.
These were those that were glad. These were those that were glad, designed the day of the Lord, right? For the elect. Read that one more time.
Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh the righteous judge shall give me at that day.
God. Hey, because we're looking for what the scriptures talk about in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter. We want to receive a crown. We want to receive our reward. You got it.
That's like, hey, it's like we said that because we look at it as a wife to the Lord,
right?
And when the wife is getting married, well, she excited to get married to her husband.
Bro, I remember my woman told me she felt like she was about to pass out. So like you say, brothers gonna be at the point like, oh shit, you know, your heart racing, right? But you still got joy and excitement. You're excited, you know.
Just finish this out. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which Yahweh the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto them also that love his appearing.
And that's why those that serve the Lord are looking forward to this day, because he's coming back with a crown. What did it say? Yeah, he's coming back with a reward, pretty much. You know, our work and our labors of love, this ain't in vain, man.
Right.
You know, you got your precept about
going to, looking forward to the coming of the Lord. 1 John 2:28, it says, and our little children abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. Right? So, as you were saying, you know, those that had that fear now and serving the Lord now, all right, we're going to have that confidence when he comes. We won't be ashamed. Right? All right? You will be ashamed because you know that up until that point, you know, you wasn't living according to the standard.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to be afraid of that time because you know, you will understand, hey, the Lord coming with judgment.
Your conscience will condemn you, man. That's why it says, how much more in my absence? You know, roughly paraphrasing that precept, this is the mind that we all have. You know, hey, whenever we're not here at camp, whenever we're not at class, whenever we're not around the Akim, the Lord is still on our mind. You know, we still move like we fear the Lord. We fear the Lord. It's not just whenever we come in the presence of people. Whenever we by ourselves, driving in traffic, what the fuck you doing? How you conducting yourself? You know?
And what we doing right now is an order. We will only come out to the highway and let's show your fear, man. If we really care, we're going to be coming out. It's a Friday. This is what Babylon love. Friday, Saturday. This is what Babylon do the most wickedness.
And it's not up to you.
Yeah.
It ain't up. It's not because you wanted to come out here.
Right.
It's not because y'all wanted to come out here and listen and light incense. It ain't because of that. The Lord is directing your path. Right. And if you can acknowledge this happening, take heed to it and hold on, because take heed and hold on to it, man. Should I say something?
I'm saying Jake out here pre-gaming right now. They doing.
Just got paid. It's Friday.
Right. It's Friday.
You had a precept?
That's cool.
This is just, I'll just get to it. This is Isaiah 25:9. And it shall be said in that day, lo, this is our power. We have waited for him, and he shall save us. This is Yahweh. We have waited for him, and we will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for rejoicing. We're not celebrating right now. It's too early to celebrate. We gotta wait till Yahweh comes and knocks this bitch over.
You were like, dang, yeah. What that was you just read?
Isaiah 25:9.
It's a quick hit.
Pull out in the GMT.
It's a quick hit.
Oh, we ain't got to get. Let's go back to that second.
Because they look at by then the Idris Elba depiction, you know, where that's gonna be done with. We're gonna see the Lord for who he is, how he really is in that day, man.
Back in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 13. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad, some were sorry.
Okay, so we got the some that were glad. Now we got some that were sorry. Those that reject the Lord. Those that don't take heed to the words that are being preached, man. Those that don't take heed to prophecy. You got to preach up.
What you got? Luke 19?
Get Matthew 10 and 32. After that, brother.
I got what?
Sirach 2 and 14. It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? Oh, I said, they will be like, damn. He here? He came. Damn, he really. It's speak about Ezekiel, what, that's the 12th chapter? And they put off the vision. It's put off for many years to come.
Right.
How shall fully gonna show up?
That's a rhetorical question. He ain't asking you, like, what you gonna do? How's your way out? No, he said, like, look, what the fuck you gonna do? You ain't escaping. No way, shape, or form.
In the book of Judges, it speaks about the Most High saying, hey, out of the true servant, hey, what they prior to them, you choose Esau as your master, right? Hey, well, is he gonna protect you from me?
Keep that same energy. You got your precept?
That's cool. You got it out. You got it. Yeah, I got it.
Matthew 10 and 32. Yeah, Matthew 10, 32.
This is St. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 32. Whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which in heaven.
Those were the ones that were happy. Those are the
Which
ones that
is
are
in
glad.
heaven.
Right? I'll keep reading.
Verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
So, hey, if you reject Yahweh Shai, which is none other than the testimony of the word, what comes in the volume of the book. If you reject the prophecies that we're teaching, you're about to be rejected by the Lord. You're about to be rejected by the Lord. Is that it?
I'm going to get this out quoted earlier. Verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
So when Yahushua comes back, it ain't time to gather the flock and to have good hopes.
Right.
If you don't abide by, if you don't love the Lord, he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. You know? Read that again.
St. Matthew chapter 10 and verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
The Lord ain't coming back with peace, man. Hey. Jake always feels like entitled to something or worthy of honor type shit. People don't live a peaceable life. If you apply the scriptures to your life, you live with peace. You have more peace than confusion in your life, man. And the Lord ain't coming back to gather those that are so fucking confused and corrupted on the inside, you know, in that tainted spirit. You know, exactly, yeah. It looks good on the outside, but inwardly it is full of death, right?
Revelation 3 speaks about, hey, your requirements not meet. You know, the requirements of the Heavenly Father. Hey, cause you gotta be on point, bro. That's why, hey, in Revelation, second chapter, Yahushua, where you going into, hey man, yeah, you did this right, you did this, yeah, man. I see how you. Hey, but this one thing, though, you better fix it.
And you got to, due to what the Lord gave to us, it has to be upkept. He gave it to you to thrive in it, to abound in it, to increase it, to grow in it, which is the truth. None other than the truth. You understand? Hey, all the strongholds that we got brought up in, the Lord removed that. We know who we are as a people now. We know the name of the Lord. We know what he looks like. You know, we know his return, how he's coming back. We know what to stay away from before his return. You know? Let's keep reading that 2nd Ezra 13, because the Lord's return is going to affect all people on this earth.
2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 13. And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad.
And you got to consider too, it says, now, eventually we got to come off them chariots. Now I said right here, people came to Yahushua. You got the ones who glad, the ones who sad, and it's going to say some who bound. So at this time, the Lord will have to be off, we'll have to be down off the chariots. Because people who bound and sad, they ain't going to be on the chariot, right? Now, as the brother said, you have those who glad, the elect will get beamed up, and they will come down with the Lord. Those who sad, again, that's them rebels across the world, still of Israel, still might get put to death in the wilderness. But then you go have those who bound. Who is that? That's Psalms 149. That's them kings being bound with chains and brought to the Lord. That's why I wanted to get this. This is Luke 19 and 27. But those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. This in that time period. So we go be going around, because at this point, we off the chariot right here. We gonna be going around getting people out them bunkers and bringing them to the Lord. Some of them gonna be as offerings. They repented, look, Lord, we probably go change them on spot. I get up now. We probably go, change them on spot, but you gonna have those who bound in Psalms 149. Who will be brought to the Lord. You see? Oh, God, shit. We got 13 to 13. God, let's get Isaiah 63. Matthew, you can get Matthew 22 when it says, as a light shine. Verse 27. You can get that verse.
It's Isaiah 63, verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Right. Now, this the Apostle Isaiah right here. Now, he's seeing the aftermath. Huh? Oh, Apostle Isaiah. He might be, But, hey, this the Isaiah right here, Now, he's seeing the aftermath of Yahushua already destroying America. He said, who is this that's coming from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? He put in the work already. Right? Now, again, as the brother Shemawan was going into, when Yahushua first come, he gonna make his first appearance in the east. What valley, Yahushua. That's where he gonna judge the nations. And once he done with that, he gonna come right over here to America, man. And that's where really he gonna get busy at. You can grab that out, Baba Kashawn? 27 come.
This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 27. For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right. Now the main like the sun. It rises in the east and set in the west. Yahushua says, so also shall the coming of the Son of Man be. He gonna make his appearance in the east and make his way over here to Babylon the Great, man. You know, right over here, this the main hub of his people's captivity. This also gonna be the main place of his destruction. Like it said in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary about Edom, that is being reserved for him a great future judgment. Well, the main place that's gonna take place is right here on the soils we standing in, America. You see?
They spoke about lightning, and lightning strike. It hit quick. So yeah, Yahushua gonna make quick work of this place. That's why I said that it's gonna take an hour. But then also when the lightning, it ain't just quick. What comes after it? Hey, that thunder, right? So that's why I say Yahushua coming with power and great glory, right? He shall roar out of Zion, right?
Out of Zion.
Yeah, right.
God, man.
It's Isaiah 63:1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Right.
This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength.
What's the greatness of his strength, man? That's them chariots. The Lord will come in style. Remember, I keep saying it. He not only an Israelite, he a Judite. Glorious in his apparel. The Lord will come back stunting. You know? Come on, man. Smelling good, right? So on and so forth. No, it's in the scriptures. In Psalms 48, I believe, it was going into the smells of Solomon. How he smelled like myrrh, aloes, and all that. But a verse down, it was saying how you gonna rule the nations. That's Yahushua. You know, the Lord got to smell the heavens, man. Oh, you gotta remember, he the priest in the heavens, right? Now on earth, the temple filled with smoke. Man, come on, the Lord coming from the heavens, he probably gonna have that smell on him, that aroma on him, that look, you have a glow about him, man. And again, the brother went into his chariot, and Ezra likened it unto a mountain. Now again, it couldn't just be the regular, you know, the CD type chariots. Now they might have something like that, they might not, but your Yahushua chariot, I'm sure it's gonna have lights on it, different, you know, shapes and maneuvers, different colors we never seen, man. This is about to be a time, literally, that no man have ever seen before. You know, you got it, bro. It says, but traveling in the greatness of his strength. With the angels following him, Michael.
Probably have his name on the chariot.
Right.
Like, they get a nice car. They try to put like something on the license plate, some words or some shit.
Like with that symbol all about the Benjamins on the front. You know.
They say in the world that's like an overkill. They come with thousands and thousands of angels.
Right.
It only take one angel to take this place out.
Right.
I could do it by itself with no help.
What he told me, he said, think not that I can send 12 legions.
Yeah.
And that's why he said he coming to do it.
Yeah, he said it right.
Now Legion like was 7,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7,000.
But it says, traveling in the greatness of his strength, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save.
That's Yahushua. He said, that's me. Not me, but he said, that's him. He said, I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. That's who it is. It's the Lord, man. You got it out.
It says, wherefore art thou red and thine apparel?
So they're like, oh, well, if you the Lord, you know, but that, why you red? Like, why you got blood all on you, which you're not going to have literal blood on it? It's just symbolic for how much death you going to bring to the world. You know?
When you think about, what was it, David? You know, which Yahushua, son of David, and why David couldn't build the temple. He said, hey, he had a lot of blood on his hands. Yahushua, and he come in and put in work. Right? Because Solomon was able to build it because, hey, he didn't have as much blood as David. Or he didn't have no blood. So, hey, but Yahushua coming, hey, to put these nations in subjection. Take them crowns, hey, and blood's gonna get spilled. All right, but it says,
even that, you got to think, because Yahushua was Solomon. Now, Solomon, he had a rule of peace, right? But before he was actually able to sit down on his throne and chill, he had people ordered to be put to death. He had to bring judgment first to put fear in the people. A hit list. Well, the Lord coming back the same thing. Before Yahushua bring peace to the earth, he started with judgment first. Oh, you can get Isaiah 9 real quick and 5. So before Solomon sit on his seat once again and bring peace, he going to have some heads rolling first, man. By judgment.
Right, because David was telling Solomon, even with him, hey, he did this to me. Hey, make sure he die. Make sure he die. Hey, the Most High, I already got to, hey, him, he out of there. He out of there. So Yahushua already coming back with the hit list of who gonna die, who gonna be saved. Yeah. It says 9 and 5. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Talking about World War III. Now, when World War III take place, that's the time our Lord go come back. Yahushua. The day those missiles shot off, we ain't just saying, you know, regular missiles they practicing on just because we say a missile shot off. No, when ICBM missiles are shot during Jacob's trouble, that's the day the Lord coming back. Because the next verse says, so after this fought with fire, what's next? It's going to tell us about a son that was given, man. And one thing he's going to do, before he set up the throne of David, he's going to do about judgment. Setting judgment on the earth.
It says, for to us a child is born,
Yahushua.
Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
The Mighty God. I got a question. Is Yahushua a God?
All right. What do you mean in Hebrew?
All right.
Yeah, because it's God. Allah. Right, but it says, you know, the next verse.
Is he the everlasting Father? All right, well, just said it for a time. You can read it again.
It said, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful.
So that's a title. Wonderful.
Counselor. The Mighty God.
The Mighty God.
The Everlasting Father.
The Everlasting Father. Let's deal with that, though. Let's deal with it. Now, we know the Most High is the Everlasting Father, but this is the thing. The Most High, he created his son as a reason he's called the only begotten son. The Most High ain't put his hands to nothing but his son. Literally. Now, from that point on, the Most High said, look, son, I'm giving everything to you, in other words, and I'm stepping out the picture. That's in 1 Corinthians 15. If a brother go grab it real quick, just real quick. That's in 1 Corinthians 15, and I think around when it says all things under his feet, but only 1 Corinthians 15. And can a brother read it in the NLT? 15, and let's start at 26. Let's start at 26. 1 Corinthians 15 and 26. I want to touch on that, though. Yahushua, the Everlasting Father. GNT or NLT. Now, when it's going into Yahushua, once he comes, he going to bring it in and put down all heathens. And the last enemy going to put down is death. You got it, huh?
1 Corinthians 15 and 26 in the NLT. And the last enemy to be destroyed is death. Mm-hmm. For the scriptures say the Most High has put all things under his authority.
So we know the Most High put all things under Yahushua authority, right?
It says that does not include the Most High himself.
That don't include the Most High. So in other words, because the Most High created what is a biopic. When you have a biopic about yourself, and you get somebody to play you in a movie that look just like you, like Ice Cube son of NWA. Well, the Most High got all this creation on what he would do if he was the rule, in other words. And he said, you know what, my son gonna play me. So in this movie, Yahushua is playing the Most High. If the credits was to scroll at the end, you know, it got your real name and then your character, it'll say Yahushua, the Most High. Because he planned it. The Most High said, look, son, everything. He said, all judgment given unto me from the Father. Everything was given to Yahushua from the Most High. Yahushua, the Most High stood back. Son, you got it. How much more when he come to earth? Right? But you got it, huh?
Your Father creates life. Mm-hmm. And Yahushua created spirits. Yeah. The Most High used Yahushua to do it.
Right? So really, that's our Father. Yahushua, the Most High our Father, but he our Father through Yahushua. Yahushua our Father. Everlasting. We came from him. We came from Yahushua. Believe it or not. You know?
It tells you that in Hebrews, the first chapter, how Yahweh himself called Yahushua.
Let's get it. Let's get it in the NLT.
So like, that basically why I say, you know, we come from the water to do.
Boom. That's it. Come on, man. You see? But Yahweh, and that's the thing. We're going to realize really in the kingdom how much Yahushua is that man, bro. I'm telling you. Like, we don't even know the half right now. And we know, but man, I'm telling you, you got it though, bro. So it says everything under Yahweh Shai but the heavenly Father Yahweh.
Okay, it says, of course, when it says all things are under his authority, that does not include the Most High himself, who gave Yahweh Shai his authority. Then when all things are under his authority, the Son will put himself under the Most High's authority, so that the Most High, who gave the Son authority over all things, will be utterly supreme over everything, everywhere.
Right, so yes, the Most High is the supreme Yahweh over everything. Right. But again, he gave his Son that authority. He said, look, I'm putting all this in your hands, man. And then it says, what it said in Isaiah 9:5? The everlasting Father.
Right, Isaiah 9:6. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father.
Now, I want to stop again. It says the Everlasting Father, because this is the thing. Yeah, the Most High been. We don't know we don't know his birthday. You know what BC he was. What BC the Most High was born in, because he just was. That's his name. He just is. But over time, whenever he decided, he brought forth his Son, and it was just them two. That's the thing. We don't even know how long it was just them two. We don't know. He been there. Yahweh Shai been here since time was. So he's from everlasting 2. You can get that real quick, guys. Micah 2. You can start that. I got it right here. I got Micah 5. Micah 5. 2. That's what it say? Who going forth from everlasting? Let's bring that out, right? Micah 5 and 2. Because Yahweh Shai from everlasting as well. Come on, man. Who created time? Come on, man.
It's Micah chapter 5 and verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel, whose goings forth have been from of old, from everlasting.
Come on. From everlasting. It said from out of Ephratah and Bethlehem. He gonna come out of there. Yahweh Shai was born in Bethlehem, as the prophets say. But it says his going forth was from everlasting. He been here, man. You know? And when the Lord first time coming on the earth through Mary and Joseph, the Lord had many guest appearances in his own book. Many guest appearances, you know? So what we read right here, this is, if we go be fathers in the kingdom, how much Yahweh Shai? If we are the 144,000, we are our fathers' fathers, man. We the fathers of the nation. You see? But Yahweh Shai, one of his titles could be an everlasting father, because the Most High put Yahweh Shai in his stead, man.
Even dealing with the word everlasting, we go to continual existence. That's why you go to Hebrews the 5th chapter, you go to the high priest. Like these high priests, that was ordained after the order of Aaron, they die off, and another one got to come up. But this high priest, after the order of Melchizedek, lived forever. You see?
We can finish on that 5, because the reason we was getting this because he go establish judgment when he do. Kind of 9 and 6. And it's, I think 7 too. It's 7.
All right, I started back at 6. Isaiah 9 and 6. For to us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it.
So he gonna come and set up order in the earth,
and to establish it.
Establish it with what?
With judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever.
So before peace come, Yahweh Shai come and put a lot of people to death, man. Want to get that Psalms 110?
Hey, it said the zeal of the Yahweh of hosts will perform this. Hey, now when Yahweh Shai, when he put niggas ass in the temple, when he called his son, he said the zeal of thine house had eaten me out. Hey, so Yahweh Shai coming back and show that zeal again for the Heavenly Father and for his word.
Hey, don't forget the scripture say he coming to value for the book. Man.
Oh, hey, Shalom. He's dead. He's dead. The Edomite fell. Once you put up your hand, I give that. You can't see it. You can. Not on stream, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Right, Esau, the Lord come and take down Edom, man. Call lawyer, how about Shema Shah? Man, they got an Edomite over there.
Shit, I wish I had him in
He
Kansas.
just fell. He
Probably
riding on the
dropping
bike.
dead.
Hey, no, he was just walking.
He just fell, man. Let's go, man. That's hey. Hey, he deleted him, man. Turned off his TV. Turned his.
Right.
Hey, right when you can see it.
Hey, you know, he going. He threw.
You all right?
Bring that man to the ball.
Hey, but Chad, man,
He locked his
hey, you know, we can expect a lot of more of this. We can expect a lot more of seeing Esau get judged, man.
That's gonna happen.
Then it happened right in front of us. I wish.
He got his stock box locked.
Right. He got his. Hey, look, we in that time, man. Let's go to Obadiah.
Oh, good. That's funny, man.
Let's get Obadiah 1. Let's get Obadiah, man, because Esau despising the earth. It's time for him to start getting judged, man.
Right.
Real shit. We've been sending our people, you know, drugged out, going through all these type of judges in the earth. It's time for the so-called white man to feel the
I
same thing.
guarantee you, if they was to take the meter, might have got.
Now they wouldn't stop.
Right.
Obadiah 1, verse 1.
You saw it?
It says,
Face planted?
the vision of Obadiah, thus said Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from Yahweh.
So this message in Obadiah was concerning Edom, the so-called white man, woman, and child.
Right.
Now today you don't call yourself Edomites, you call yourself Caucasian, right? You know, they try to take Italian. My mother was Indian. You know, they try to take all the last samurai, all these names. No, the so-called white man, woman, and child, y'all Edomites according to the Bible.
Right.
So the Lord got a message for y'all in the Bible, and it's gonna happen. You got it, right? And shit, anybody got? You know, let
It
it run.
says, we have heard a rumor from Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
And really, who those real ambassadors though? Because the Lord scattered us amongst these heathens, and we've been, you know, we rose up, but nevertheless, we telling Esau his judgment, man. We the ambassadors for the Lord, right? You know, Instagram, you got them, you know, them BBL models. They brand ambassadors for Fashion Nova and shit, you know.
Hey, go back to the movie 300. He came to the United. He said, hey, he was an ambassador. He had the king, all the kings skulls on there. He was like, hey, I'm an ambassador. This is my kingdom, my God. So that's what we know. We tell him, hey,
this is 2 Corinthians 5:20. Now then, we are ambassadors for Yahweh Shai, as though the Most High did beseech you by us. We pray you in Yahweh Shai's stead. Be reconciled to the Most High. Backing up what you said.
Man down. Edomite in distress. Yeah.
Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
And that's what time we in, man. The so-called white man have been made small in the earth. Now, when you go into that word small, the definition is insignificant, man. Despised. You see, people despise you. People don't look what it said, Haggai or Habakkuk about Nineveh, I believe. How your skirt being lifted, people see you for what you are. You got a definition?
Small?
I thought you were looking at one.
Say basically what you said.
Kind, man. But the point we getting at is, look, man, it's been far too long that we've been seeing our people going through these things. Like the brother said, if that was a Jake that fell, nobody would have helped
I got
him
a
up.
close up out. You want me to show?
Yeah, show him out. He dead. He ain't moved yet.
Close up. I just
He ain't moved yet. And that's one of many. It's one of many. And look, we gonna start saying Edomite judges. That ain't just nobody fault. You know, he just fell out of nowhere. We gonna start saying Edomites get heavily judged. You say what?
Barely.
It's all right. It's
Barely.
all right. No, he barely. Let's get it out.
You know, you start twitching after you
right. The muscles contract you.
Continue up Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high.
And it's beautiful how the Lord set up the story. He let Esau go on all this time, right? Dominate nations with his military, heavily oppressing the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans over here in Babylon the Great.
Right.
And he thought it was going to continue forever. Because really, when you think about it, he thought he had the perfect system set up. I got these niggas blinded. I got them smoking weed. You know? I got these niggas talking about rap music, selling drugs to their people, their women thoughts, so on and so forth, man. In the school system, they learn about my history.
Right.
They ain't learning about their true history. I got them trying to chase record deals, scholarships, and all that. The so-called white man and these other nations would have never thought the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans would wake up to who we really are, man. And now that it's happening, that's why the scripture says putting fear into these nations, because they know what time it is. They know what time it is, man. You got it, Doc.
Right.
You was getting something?
I can't find it. But it says, how it go? Basically, Esau was giving himself props. He said, by my own hands have I done this. For all the things he's putting us through, by the kingdom that he has gotten, right? And he's full of pride by saying he's the Most High, right? Or he's God. So you are basically deceived. And the Most High, basically, he wants you in that position, right? He want to elevate you until the highest that you can go, just so he can throw your ass down. Right. That's all the Most High want to do.
That's the point of a flawless victory. Having the people so low who seem that they have no help.
Right.
And Esau was raised up so high to where it seemed like it's impossible to take this man out of rulership. That's it. Oh, is another scripture that says it's a time when one man ruleth over another people to his own hurt. So the Lord let him rule over us just to fuck him up, man. This was go backfire on you. But anybody, y'all got something? Come on, you can finish on that. Right?
It says the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
You lay, you get hit or something, you cry. You don't be hurt, but his pride hurts, man. You got it.
Yeah, it says, whose habitation is high, that said to his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Yeah. They're doing a cry beaver and shit.
Right.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse.
This shit red. Broke some of his face.
Sorry. And verse 9, Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 9. And all this have I seen and applied my heart into every work that is done under the sun. There is a time within one man ruleth over another in his own hurt.
To his own hurt.
Just
like Pharaoh. The Most High told Abraham, look, I'm going to see your descendants in Egypt. You know, they're going to be oppressed 400 some years, but I'm going to judge that nation when they come out. That's the same thing today. The Lord let Esau rule over us again to his own hurt. Because look what happened to Pharaoh after he did that to us. Right? Nowhere to be, he ain't go back home. Think about that. Pharaoh, because you have men in that army, right? Some of them firstborn was put to death. So they left their wives if they had any, their daughters if they had any, and daddy ain't come back home. Because the Lord put him to death right there in that sea. You know? The same thing gonna happen. You're gonna start seeing Edomites. Because what's another thing? These curses surely, well, I wouldn't even say slowly but surely, because the Lord doing it quick. These curses coming off us and being put on Esau. Right. So again, we about to start seeing more of this, man. Esau committing suicide because he lost $1 million, you know? Committing suicide, fall on his face. Ric Flair, he like Ric Flair, you know? He bleeding, man. He bust open. He bleeding. Look at her. He bleeding though.
He spoke about how the Most High, how he killed the firstborn, and then the armies went out, right? They didn't go back home. Hey, not only the Most High killed the firstborn, but he made widows, right? And what it says in Second Ezra, that the bride is going to mourn because of the husbands, you know, that are basically sent out to war. They're gonna be made widows.
Probably talking shit.
Right. What if that's the spirit of your body?
It's Nahum chapter 3 and verse 5. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. You know, because that's what everybody's saying about America, man. You know, all these different nations, they saying that Babylon is the great whore, man. You know, She's all about wickedness, okay? Sodomy, pushing sodomy all over the goddamn place, all right? They want to push it on your children, okay? Straight up wickedness, man. You know, you got nations like Uganda, all right? Totally opposed to the alphabet community, man. You know?
Man, it's like you meet a woman, you like, damn, she decent and shit, yeah.
Right.
She's straight, yeah. You start talking to her after a little while, you like, it's a fucking hoe, bro.
Right. Straight up whore. You get disgusted. Yeah. That's what's being exposed about Esau, man.
So the more Esau get into these deals with these nations and they don't come through on their behalf, right? Breaking treaties, right? The moral activity, what they doing with these children here in America, these nations seeing that they don't want to have no part of you, man. Right. Even your own citizens starting to see who you really are. Right. That's why the law gonna put it in a spirit to revolt against the government, man. Right. It ain't gonna be no more cops being called. What cops? The cops gonna be trying to save their life. They gonna be trying to save their family lives, man. You see? But we get in that time. You have something? Okay, you got it.
All right. So Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. It made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of the wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
You got it, huh?
So yeah, man. They all these other nations have partaken of the wine from Esau, man. You know, this damn Lord, man. Okay? So he's been found to be a liar, a deceiver.
Right.
His ways contrary, is anti-life, you know, it's grievous, you know.
Right.
So amongst these other nations, you know. They gonna be against this place, man. Against this stuff.
Just look how through you saw it.
Right.
How can you pan that real quick? Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like that's a real. Is this the man?
Hey, bro.
That rule of the nations?
Hey.
Come on, man. You got it out.
It's Jeremiah 49:12. It said, for thus saith Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken.
And who's the ones that weren't supposed to drink of the cup? The Israelites. Now, what's the cup? The Lord fury, the Lord anger, man. We was created to be as Adam was, just in the garden living. What we gonna be in the kingdom, just living? That's the Lord's purpose for us the whole time, just to give us the world and look, enjoy it, right. Enjoy the creation. But again, we went off. That's mine, huh? We went off. So eventually, death came into the world. We lost those blessings that we gave. And eventually, that's why we're over here in Babylon the Great, because we drank of that cup. So the Lord said, the ones who wasn't even supposed to drink of this cup, go through my fury, they went through it. Why? Because we went up as a people. The Lord said, do this. We said we do, and we didn't do it. Now look at us, man. That's why the transatlantic slave trade, 1492 with the Northern Kingdom. And niggas quick to say, man, if it was a God, why he did this to us? Well, check yourself. Right. Look how you living. Look how you living. Come on, man. They think like gout and shit, just running the family. No, the family been eating bullshit. That's why. Right. Stop eating pork and chitlins and stuff like that, man.
Right. Here it is. The other post they clip Big Shirley. Bro, you see her condition. She got an oxygen tank. She got to breathe. Right. She's eating the damn pig intestines, man. And old girl was looking like, damn where your ass is. You know what I'm saying? Right. But wonder why you already helped up health-wise.
Right.
Thank you, guys. You calling on God too.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
All the fucking carbs and added sugars, right? They be full of that shit. Then they get it to their kids too.
Right.
The snacks and shit with the food color and the red 40, the yellow 5, and that shit called ADHD and shit. Right. They be full of them.
Shit. Throughout the whole.
What y'all want to eat?
I was just gonna say, like throughout the whole pregnancy, that's all that woman is taking in too, man.
Straight hot pockets.
Yeah.
And the ham and cheese hot pockets. You know?
Right.
Come on, man.
It's a condition. My brother there who was called hyperactive. He used to bounce off the wall like spider sense. Right. Had to give him some rhythm. You know, Esau gave him the rhythm to come down, but these devils they don't shut up with so much poison in it.
That's his children supposed to be working. Shit. God damn it. That's what you're supposed to do with that energy.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put their ass to fucking work, man. You know, like the apostles go into, you know. When you had a child, you'll give him to another man that had money and substance, and he'll work under him for 7 years, man. You know? Now today they tell you, oh, let's go sit you in this classroom, man. You're going to sit a young man in a class all goddamn day. All right, then go from class to class to class, learning a bunch of fucking Texas history, man. Right. Learning about the Alamo and shit. You wonder why you bouncing off the walls, man. All right? And that's why the woman is meant to be in subjection like that, man. That's why they do good in school, man. You know? Just sit there and listen. That's what they're supposed to be fucking doing, man. You know?
Right.
So that's why people went through drunk their cup, because we went off. Now again, the Lord says, seeing I made my people go through that judgment, the ones who I don't even like, the nation who I don't even care for, the Edomites, what you think gonna happen to you since you did this to my chosen people, man? The Lord said you went too far. It said once the time he was gonna start, showing us some slack, it says these heathens turned it up on us, man. You did a whole lot of extra shit. You know? For example, the Lord just said, bring us over here and change a yoke of honor around our neck, but you want a buck ring. You know? You taking an extra step. So therefore the Lord said, well, look, you gotta drink of that cup too. You got it, right? It says Esau losing it everywhere. Every year might have said losing. Right. So that's Antiochus' stomach hurt.
They go back to their old form.
It says, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished. It says, but thou shalt surely drink of it.
So the Edomites, not just Esau, the so-called white man, but all these nations,
Right.
y'all not gonna go unpunished.
Right.
Y'all not gonna just, die and be with your Savior Jesus, and that's it. No, you gotta go through a judgment, man. Again, we had to go through a judgment. The prophets of old, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all them righteous men, the priests, they had to go on the slave ships too. They had to get carried off into Babylon too. Right? Our whole nation. So nobody gonna skip out on what's coming to Esau and these nations, man. You got it, right?
Obadiah 1:15, for the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen.
Right.
As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. They gonna be as they have not been, because they in rulership right now. Right? They living good. Right? They enjoying the precious things of the earth. And they all benefiting off of us as well. The different nations that come over here. That's why it says that the dogs have lit with Lazarus swords. Right? They come over here and start businesses and make money. Right? Yeah, so you hand in hand with Esau. So all y'all gotta drink. Right? Hey, everything gonna be flipped to its right order. It says what? It says that servants is on horses and princes are walking. Right?
Right.
Hey, everything gonna be put back in its rightful order when Yahweh Shah comes. He's coming back to set things how they supposed to be.
That's right.
Right side up.
Gone.
Y'all can only got one.
This is Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuteth thee. So we seeing right now, the dude falling out, these Edomites walking by. We seeing y'all Edomites coming down. Y'all look as bad as we did.
Right.
And I got one more coming.
Come on,
And this is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And we here in Babylon, we are seeing this. We are seeing the fall of our enemy.
Right, literally.
Literally.
Pun intended.
Hey, the people walking by too.
Yep.
Y'all in a bad state. And it's only going to get worse for you.
That's right.
Right, bro. You got it, right?
It's Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in a land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked, man. So scriptures say, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz, man. All right, talking to the so-called white man, okay? And, hey, enjoy yourself, man. Live it up, you know? Max out them credit cards, okay? Try to go big, man. Try to get the biggest house you fucking can, man. You know? Get the biggest white picket fence you can find, you know? And you can't even do that, man, because your superiors, man, they clamping down, man. All right? They're destroying this economy, man. All right? So as much dollars as you can get, you know, the inflation go up and up more and more, you know? So you got to make even more money, man. All right, what are they doing? Shrinking the middle class, man. All right, and who's the majority of the middle class, man? Is it the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans? Absolutely not, man. You in freaking poverty, man. Okay? Esau's the one in that middle class, man. Okay? He's going to lose it pretty soon, man. All right? He's going to lose his goddamn mind, man. All right? When he can't drive the car he want to drive, when he can't live in a house he want to live in, okay? His ass going to be in Tent City, man. Okay? And guess what? Esau going to be in Tent City because he still going to have his sword, man. Okay? He's going to be ready to use it in that time, man. All right, for all you bugged out jakes that doesn't think the so-called white man hates your simple ass, you know, you're going to see the horns of Esau, man, when he lose it all, man, you know?
His true colors.
Right.
It sure ain't going to be no middle class in Revelation 13 and 16. It said he calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor. It ain't say rich, middle class, and a poor. Right. The middle class about to be taken out. You about to live like a nigga, man.
Right.
Hey, what it said in Isaiah 19? That, you know, pretty much the head will be the same thing as the working class. Right. Like it said in Egypt, the king was the same thing as a slave, man. So Esau, you about to feel what it feel like to be a nigga, man. Right. Come on, what y'all got? Okay, kind of brother got a little more. We got a little more.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked, man. You know, so you're gonna be put in captivity, man. You know, the same way the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans was in captivity, your ass is going into captivity, man. All right? All the times you complain about, Esau complained that Jake complained, man. You complained that you complaining that we complaining that you oppressed us, man. All right, showing you that Esau's a damn devil, man, and a straight up hypocrite. Okay? But that's all right, man. You're gonna have your turn, man. All right, then we get to mock at you, man. We get to laugh at you. All right, and your captivity, man. Okay, and I don't want to hear no complaining on my plantation, man.
Right.
All right, I hear some complaining, man. The heads is gonna roll.
Get
you know
over
what I'm saying? Right. Esau quick to say get over it, man. You know, while he living good, man. He ain't growing up in the damn projects, man. Okay? He ain't got to live in the ghettos, man. All right? He ain't got to work at McDonald's and shit and goddamn the warehouse. Okay? Esau has got that suit on, man. All right? Telling you what the fuck to do, man. All right? So in the kingdom, it's going to be the total opposite, man. Okay? You're not going to be on that horse no more, man. All right?
Damn, bro. Imagine Esau in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no sunblocker either. You know what they put the shit on their skin?
Yes.
Sunblock? Sunscreen. Ain't gonna be no sun, bro. I'm gonna turn my sun up.
Right.
I'm gonna put an extra sun out there. Because on my plan, we go, but the Lord will give us leisure to move around. We're gonna be creators. Yeah, we're gonna be like Yahweh Shai, we're gonna be creators.
Right.
Bro, I'm gonna have an extra sun in the Esau field. Bro, turn it up, and I wish you would say it's hot and wet water.
You know how Jake,
Right.
you know, you young, they be like, they step on the crack, you break your bone back. Right. I'm like, that shit happen.
They put random cracks.
Nigga, mama fold it up.
Hey, you put random cracks. They hopping over to put one right there. Yeah, bro, we gonna have a good time. We gonna have a great time. When it says the Lord will give us our heart's desire, that's for, remember, He balanced. That's not just for the good. But it's gonna get busy with that terror too. Come on, again, bro. Our mind go expand. Like it's we don't even when it says I have not seen either heard what the Lord got prepared. That's not just for the good, bro. We gonna see some new torture tactics and shit like that, man.
Right, and that shows you just contrary to life, man. Because when the Edomite, a so-called white man, is out in the sun, man, you get destroyed.
Right.
You know, the creation of the Most High power destroys you, man.
Right.
Okay, animals attack your ass, man, because you weird, man. Why the hell this man ain't got no color, man? You know? But then here in the world, you demonized for having so-called melanin, man.
Right.
Okay, the darker you are, the more you are ridiculed, man, in this society, man. All right? But that's going to be turned around, man. Okay? Because I dare one of you fucking Edomite devils okay, one of you self-hating Negroes to make fun of your Howard Shaw skin tone, man.
Right.
Let's see how that shit work out for
Right.
you.
And to show you they gonna be back to that natural state that whoever see me gonna kill me.
Right.
Cain. Remember, Cain, bro, that spirit of Esau so crafty and deceitful, he got a plague that was given him. And now that he been ruling, that's the image that's held up now though. Think about that. When he first got leprosy, he said, oh shit.
Right.
When they see, that's like saying a white roach. You be like, what the fuck is this? You know, albino rat
Right.
or some shit, you know?
Right.
Oh, however, they got white rats, but kill that shit.
He was singled out, bro. That's why he had to start changing the images to look like him, bro. So anybody want to say something, hey, well, God and Jesus
Right.
and was just like him, so
They look like the norm or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even like albino animals, you know, they don't survive well, you know, because they easily indicated and shit just destroyed, man.
You can't adapt.
Right.
You can't hide Esau today. You can't adapt. That's why the scripture says you have been revealed. At first, you was able to disguise yourself in sheep's clothing, right? Being Egyptians, right? Being the Jews, so on and so forth. But now it's being shown, man, he albino. He an Edomite. Now you trying to hide and run. No, you caught, man. But the point is, we getting back to the time when we get in the kingdom, even start now. The hate that the so-called white man got in the world, that's starting now, and that's gonna last until he get off the earth. That ain't gonna change. In the kingdom right now, it's just really us hating Esau. All these nations go hate the so-called white man together, man. You see, you got it out. Oh, y'all got your
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoiced at thy fall. Miserable are the cities which thy children serve. Miserable is she that received thy sons. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. You know how right now that was Baruch 4. You know how we were given into the hands of the enemy, you know, overall, on an overall aspect. But it talks about, you know, how they rejoiced at our downfall.
Right.
We read that last verse again, Baruch 4 and 33. It says, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. So, hey, how full of joy and energized they were with the ruin of the nation of Israel, they're gonna have that same energy, but on the flip side, you know.
this is Isaiah 14.
Isaiah 14, man. Because it's going to us being in the kingdom, and it's going to pinpoint not just these heathens, but the spotlight going to be on Esau in the kingdom. You see the brother go out Ezekiel 35.
Isaiah 14 and 1. For Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them.
This one all Israel.
And they shall, it said, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
So this is all Israel, man. Right? Those foreigners being joined to the Israelites was once foreigners. Like I said in Ephesians 2 and 19, but now we brought back to the house. Even when we get back in the land, you gonna have these heathens coming from parts of the earth, bringing our people back, man. You gotta go, bro. So the time of this prophecy, as we read on, is in the kingdom. You gotta go.
It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them, and the land of Yahweh for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
So this in the kingdom, we're gonna get our payback, man. You got it out.
And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Bro, I'm saying,
you got to pause,
bro. I did pause, bro. Isaiah 14 and 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahweh shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve. Period.
Period. Hey, period. Period. You know? But no, look, so the day these heathens get in subjection, he said, in that day, we gonna rest. That's a clear separation right there. Tell you, look, once these heathens get theirs, we chilling after this. We ain't gonna pick up another finger, man. Literally, well, I would say literally, but you know, we ain't gonna do nothing again.
That's how America is looked at as spiritual Egypt, because Egypt goes into double straits, goes into bondage, and when you go to Exodus, was the first chapter or the second chapter? But the Israelites was crying out to the Most High by reason of, let's say, great oppression and hard bondage. Right. So hey, everything is happening over again. Right. That's why it says that the Lord would deliver His people a second time.
Right. Kind of back you up on what you were saying about the Gentiles going to be carrying the Israelites on their shoulders. This is Isaiah 49 and verse 22. Get straight to the point. Thus said Yahweh power, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standards to my people, and they shall bring their sons in their arms, and their daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. Verse 23, and kings shall be their nursing fathers, and queens their nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick the dust off thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, but they shall not be ashamed that wait for me.
You know that example of when we read in 2 Ezra 13, I said some were brought, some were glad, some were sad, some go be some Israelites returning from foreign lands, wherever they at, you know. You know, where the Guinea people at and all that, right? Hey, all in the islands and shit, you know. Still naked, probably got people still some of them Israelites, man. Right. But they gonna be brought, whether it's by elect member or these heathens. But they gonna be brought back to the land. We all gonna be in the land, man. But the water, what you got, bro?
Isaiah 14 and 4, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
So look, so once we start ruling and get our rest, this is what we gotta say to the king of Babylon. Showing when Babylon fall, that's when we gonna rule after that. Which links up with Obadiah 1 and 21. Let's get that real quick, guys. Obadiah 1 and 21. Because Esau is the ruler of Babylon the Great, the so-called white man. Right? And when the kingdom fall, the nation who ruling it fall with it. But that's when the kingdom gonna be set up. Because the Lord, he said, look, now once we rule, this is what we're going to have to tell the king of Babylon, which are Esau. But let's get this first. You got it, right?
It's Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 21. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau.
So it says Savior's going to come on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau. Revelation 14 and 1, who on that mountain? And who else? There it is, y'all. The Lamb and 144,000 was on Mount Zion. That's them saviors. That's the main saviors right there. Yahweh Shai and 144,000. But it says they gonna come to do what? Judge the mount of Esau. So after Esau get judged in Babylon, what's gonna happen? You got it, all right?
And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord.
And the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Hey, brothers, this a cut to these Christians who say Esau done away with. Right. Well, if Esau was already judged, we'd already be in the kingdom. Because it says after Esau get judged, it's going to be the Lord's. Right. So Esau still here if we ain't in the kingdom yet, man.
Esau at the end of the world, Jacob was the beginning of this follow.
Got it.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 14. Thus saith the Lord God, when the whole earth rejoices.
No, hold that real quick. Let's finish that.
Isaiah 14 and 4.
This will go perfect with as we read down.
That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Right, we're going to be in the kingdom. Esau, what happened? What happened? Trump, well, they're going to be low level at this time. We're going to be talking face to face with the Rothschilds. You know? Shit, Esau himself going to be there. Straight Cain. Well, you know, Cain was Esau. But the point is, we're gonna be telling them face to face what happened. Man, Babylon, y'all was ruling, y'all was good. How y'all felt? But y'all was doing y'all thing. How y'all felt? What's going on? You got it out. Yep.
It says, Yahweh had broken the staff of the wicked.
Hey, that's what Abraham told the rich man. Hey, when you was living, you was good. Lazarus was going through it. You was good. You was living it up. Right. Hey, in high school, you was the man, homie. Yeah.
It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruleth the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
And none hindereth. Nobody ain't gonna be tripping when Esau fall. This is what the world need. This is the world need. The world needs the so-called white man to fall. Elder Yasharama just brought out a lesson. It was a white woman, I don't know her name, but she was saying in order for the world to get better, the white man need to get arrested. That's real shit. And that's your own people saying that, your own woman. And not the scriptures, but what's the known fact that you can look at the women of a nation to show how that nation is. The so-called white woman don't even want to have nothing to do with the so-called white man no more. She got her eyes on Jake now. Everybody want some Jake. So look, that's to show you where Esau headed. You about to fall if your woman ain't even with you, man. Come on, man. You got it out.
It says, the whole earth is at rest.
The whole earth at rest. Nobody got to build missiles no more. Right? Nobody got to worry about their resources. I would say not worried about their resources being taken, but because they still going to be taken, but they going to give them to us. But as far as you getting bombed, your children get put to death so I can get some diamonds or some gold, and from your fields. Nah, it ain't going to be going down like that. It's going to be righteous. We going to make you come bring us your stuff. You going to go pick it. We ain't got to come to your land. You going to pick it and bring it to us, man. But it ain't going to be as Esau. People going to drink clean water, breathe clean air, not having to worry about like New York right now.
That's why one of the scripture described this devil as the hammer of the earth, man. Right. Because that's what he do. He go out throughout the earth and just destroying everything, man. Right. Fucking devil, man.
Like we had the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. He said they surrendered. Nigga, just drop a bomb on them. Just drop it. They want to see what the bomb do anyway. You want to test shit.
Oh yeah, it was too far gone. That shit had to be dropped. It was like fuck that shit.
Oh, even that they said the war was already done away with. That was just Esau wanted just
The cherry on top.
Yeah, it's cherry on. Let's see this shit really work. It ain't drop bombs. That's in Revelation 13.
This is what I got.
Even Japan is under their foot now. Showing how afraid that they made them Ammonites, man. Here it is. Esau killed hundreds of thousands of your people, and you still to this day you ride or die with fucking Esau, man. But that's gonna get broke up eventually. But that just showed the fear that they put in these other nations, man. Shit. Even with Ishmael and shit, man. And Ishmael and fear, man, went down there and mowed that shit down, man.
It says, it's like speaking about the rest of them. We had to reset on the rest.
Yeah, right. Got one.
It was going to the hammer where the brother mentioned the hammer of the earth. Jeremiah 50 and 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Right. That hammer of the earth, man. That shit ain't, hey, man. The American military ain't feared like it used to be, man. You got a bunch of people that's in there that's just trying to collect a check.
Trying to get a scat pack.
Trying to get a scat pack, a Hellcat. Okay, trying to get benefits. Right, you got moles and bows going on in there, man. You got
what you're saying, like you got it. Yeah. Now, if you enlist and you get it now, they'll pay for your gender surgery.
Yeah. So how weak is that, man? You got men joining the military so they can cut their stuff off, man. Cut their rod off, man. And you supposed to fight next to this motherfucker, man. Come on, man. And it ain't no morale in this country, man. All right. Hey, this place is more separated than it's ever been before. Even in the time of World War I, World War II, politics didn't matter too much, man. Even in after Esau pulled the goddamn 9/11 shit, everybody was fucking fighting for this bitch, man. You know, it didn't matter if he was Democrat or Republican, man. You had young Edomites ready to go fight. Issachar, Judah. Okay, no, look what they did to us. Look what they did to the towers. We gotta go. And you dummies went, you know? But that shit is over with, man. You know? People just, hey, they said, I looked at an article today, you know, they were saying that that the Army can't get enough Green Berets, man. All right, not enough men are passing the requirements, man. Okay, because what do, man? They hyped up on GMOs. Okay, all they do is play goddamn Call of Duty.
Right.
All right, so they're not fit to fight, man. Okay, and their mentality is mainly what's keeping them from being fit to fight, man. You know, you take these goddamn kids out here and put them out there on the war lines with Russia or China, they're gonna get ate up, man. They ain't gonna be close, man. You know.
Right.
Hey, I just do, man. I worked my last job, man. And this Edomite told me, he said, I fear that America is spouting a drain like ancient Rome.
Oh, really? Yeah.
As I always say, bro, look at Esau, bro.
Right.
How is he living?
Yeah.
What he's doing, what he's talking about to see how America doing.
Right.
He's 63 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's been around for a minute, so he's seen America somewhere at her height.
Right.
And he's seen that motherfucker at his low now.
Right.
And he said, I am afraid for this country.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good. I'll praise you. Hey, look, in my mind, I was celebrating, bro.
Right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Get the hell out of here.
Go ahead, Doc.
It's a quote, and if a brother want to pull it up, I think it's Andrew Jackson, but he said it came out at the beginning of 12 years. No, not 12 years a slave. What's the one with Nat Turner?
Birth of a Nation.
Birth of a Nation. It came out at the beginning, and Andrew Jackson said, "I fear for my nation because I know God." It quoted Nahum 3, I believe.
Yeah.
I know God is swift, he go judge. He knew that back then. The point is, what he's saying, that's the now. We living in that time that the old Edomite spirit. We living in that time. If a brother got it, you know.
In that movie Emancipation with Will Smith, you got the Edomites talking about they fear the day when we able to get revenge on them.
Yeah. Cool. What's his name? John F. Kennedy brother said that somewhat to like, look at how we do black people, and what if God is black? What if God doesn't look like them? It's gonna be time to pay. So Esau brothers, we have, even though like, man, look, bro, we catch head, we stress out, everything we go through, bro. Esau fucking going crazy, bro. He on all kind of medication.
Right.
He's drawing out everything out here 401k,
Right.
his retirement, because he's afraid.
Yep.
They see where this fucking society is going. It's over with, bro. And I'm gonna have fun out of camp. Yes, sir.
Hey, but to show you, you know, we go back to the old text for the characteristics of people, right? Esau, when he noticed Jacob got that blessing, it was close to, because look, at first he sold his birthright, he wasn't tripping. It ain't say nothing in the scripture like he went to Jacob after, like, I want my shit back. It ain't say that though. So really, he didn't care about it until it came down to when it was established. And to Jacob was no, damn, he got the birthright. That's when he felt played. So, and what do you want to do next? Kill his brother. He got hot. He got an attitude. He was bitter. Cain. Same thing with Cain.
At first, he lied to his father because he said he stole it from me. He said he took my birthright from me. You didn't take nothing. You gave it to him.
Straight up. So now looking at, he was crying. Like he was scared. He was crying. So now, fast forward to today, we actually about to get the literal birthright now.
Right.
And him seeing that, go back to Esau. He crying now. He trying to play the victim, man. He lied on me, man. Oh, yo, he stole my shit. Man, daddy stole my shit. Playing the victim, crying. And you know, Esau, that's, you know, Karen, you know, that's the white tears, man. That's the white, somebody, that's Edomite. Come on. Doing the same shit, man. You know, calling the police.
Right.
They can stop crying in 1 second.
Yeah, hey, that was a TikTok challenge. That was a TikTok challenge with some white bitches. How they're looking in the thing, they'll be crying. You can look it up. White bitches. It was all white bitches too. All Karens. What a coincidence. But they'll be crying hard in the camera, and when it like the time run down, but it just stop. Like no tears, no nothing. They'll just stop. Real shit. But the point is, that's Esau, man. So now he's trying to play the victim. Oh, come on, brother. It's us against the Bankers brothers.
Right.
Oh, I'm talking about Hulk Hogan and shit.
Esau, we're not staying with your whole ass nigga.
Right.
We're not standing with no conservative, rednecks, Texas Rangers. Fuck all you niggas, dog.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, don't tread on me, ass nigga.
Come and take it.
Yeah, dog. We ain't back. Fuck you niggas. We ain't with you niggas, dog. We against you niggas and this country, dog.
Right.
So fuck
Big black nigga with 17,
He might I was talking to. He was like, "Yeah, brother. Yeah, man. This kind of like, I'm
Whoa,
like,
watch
nigga,
your brother shit, nigga.
yeah, nigga, Stone Cold Stunner right now. Brother, that.
Right, you start doing that.
Yeah,
We in this together shit. Nah,
it's over,
bullshit.
bro. Yeah, kumbaya in there.
When you was up here and Jake was down here, you wasn't saying that shit.
Right.
Right. You on your way up.
Early 99, 2000, you was like,
Yeah,
go wait.
bro.
Hey, nigga done burnt down both our temples.
Right.
Bro, what did you want?
Still with the brother shit.
And killed our lords.
Right.
Bro, you gotta come. Let's get that door. Okay, come on. I got something.
It's Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. You know, and that's Esau, man, the so-called white man, okay? The fornicator, the profane, all right? Profane meaning outside of the temple, man, okay? Because everything he does is outside the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High power, man, and outside of the laws and statutes, man. He do everything opposite and contrary to what the Most High established, man. You know, he sets up wickedness, man. All right, the Most High deemed a man to be with woman. What does he do, man? He established laws to make it man to be with man. All right, woman with woman. Okay, poly lifestyle. All right, which Jake is involved in that madness, man. Jake on YouTube and TikTok making goddamn poly videos, man. All right, shit is sick, man. You know. God. It say, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Bro, he didn't even care about it. He said, Jacob, I'm so hungry. He said, sell me your, bro, hold on. I know Jacob had more shit. No, I know Esau had more other shit than not that they call it birthright shit, but more other things. Jacob went to the thing that was most important. That's to tell you, even without him having a birthright, you know what he wanted though. He asked for the birthright. Esau ain't even say, nah, bro, I'll give you my guns though. I'll give you this and that. He ain't even try. He said, what this birthright gonna do for me?
Right.
Bro, read Romans 9 and 4. That's the best that can entail the birthright. The covenants, the service of the law, the glory, the Yahweh Shai, all that. He said, what is this gonna do for me? That's to tell you, he ain't never care about it, man. That's why it says he don't remember the latter end. You got it, bro.
He had a YOLO spirit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And now mindset.
You had Jacob cooking a little shit, whatever. Esau come up. Yeah, man, I'm hungry, man. I need some of that. Jacob like, oh, yeah? Jacob seasoning and shit.
Right.
Ooh, hey, you want some of this? Hey, you gotta come off that birthright, bro.
Y'all go out there some laps.
Right.
He probably put Esau's favorite seasoning, you know?
Right.
How long eat you?
I know how you like it.
Hey, you know he took a spoon and said, smell it.
Right.
Smell it. And you know Esau like, oh,
He tasted himself too.
and that's why he was like, fuck it, he ain't gotta finish. Give me that shit. He ain't gotta
Right, mean to me.
Right. Come on, man. That man gave all that up.
Like, yo, ever since Most High, that day, as it was a hunter, Most High put hell on Esau so that he couldn't catch no food, no no fucking drink.
You know he was pissed
Oh,
off.
yeah, he was pissed. It's but there's food coming down with him.
Right.
That was, you know, back then you pretty much caught what you ate what you caught.
Right.
So he was like, bro, what the fuck now?
He was experiencing that too. That's why Isaac loved him, but he'd go out and go hunt like that. He had to bring back the venison, you know?
Because he can cook that deer. That's to show you again. Esau can't cook in a hole, but when it comes down to barbecue and smoking meat, all them Edomites cold with that shit. Check on the barbecue, the pit master, Esau cold with that shit, bro. Straight up, Esau. So I see Esau. I see what Isaac was fucking with Esau medicine. Right. Esau was getting busy. He was getting busy. But you got it out. Oh,
Yeah. In verse 17, for you know how that afterward, when we would have inherited the blessing, Salakia. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
Man, you gonna reject
Right.
What did he do for the Most High to reject him, bro? Because it don't say nothing in there. In Genesis 25, 27, that Esau did something bad to get rejected.
Right.
But even though he did despise his birthright, but it really goes back to him fucking Cain, man. That really goes back to, you know, the spiritual man to see that. Most High got his punk ass back.
Right.
Cain thought he got away. Didn't get away, nigga.
Hey, you know that old TV show, Almost Got Away with It?
Right.
Then you have an Edomite on there. He escaped 30 years. 30 years, he in a convenience store in a country somewhere. You know, turn around, get his ass caught. Now you got to go to jail. That's Esau. He been on the run all this time. We finally getting down to the time Esau's about to get caught, man. Well, he caught. Now you about to get charged.
He got that same jealousy in his heart as Cain, but he's not gonna be able to kill his brother this time. He's gonna be able to kill some of the Israelites, right? But he's not gonna be able to touch the elect.
Right.
You about to say something?
Most High got Esau with the bait card. He gave him husk.
Oh, yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff. It's like now you know you done fucked up.
That's it. That's the point. When you go back to Cain and Abel, he didn't like it. He didn't know the righteous sacrifice to do, because his father knew the law.
Right.
They knew. He just wanted the order, so he just wanted to do it like, look, I'm gonna do this, set up like this.
Right.
So you know he was doing it because he didn't care.
I want to do.
That's what I want to do.
And even with the fruit, knowing the characteristics of the so-called white man, you know when it's best fruit.
Right.
You know when the
Fly.
unblemished, you know the banana with the black marks, you know the orange with the mold on it. That's what he probably gave. And but Abel came with the first thing of his flock, man. Beautiful, unblemished sheep. I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
But that's to show Esau, Cain, that serpent never had a regard for righteousness, man. It's not in him to do so. It's not in him to do so. And now they saying that it's about to actually be fulfilled, to where the tables gonna be turned. How much more is he gonna come down on us with wrath? Cain killed Abel after he was accepted. And you know, bro, I'll be thinking about that. Ezekiel 35 said Esau loved blood. I don't just believe he went around, you know, Abel and just hit him and that's it. He was dead one blow, like the old dude over there earlier. In one blow, he dead. You know how, but you know, extrapolate because it don't give details. But going to the characteristics of Esau, he probably had to hit Abel. He fell and just kept going. Blood splattering all on his face. You know, he probably took a stone, carved out to make it look like a dagger. Probably, who knows, bro? Hitting his brother with that rock, just kept going. Blood.
Right.
That sound like Esau. You see? But the Most High, that's what the show is, a lot of blood. The law is like your brother blood crying unto me, you know?
Right.
He had to spill a lot of blood. So how much more in this time? He gonna try to come after us because we, you know, let's get real quick, Revelation 12 and 17. Right? He want those who got that birthright or who know about the birthright, man. That's who we want. And we'll hit out. We got it.
Revelation 12 and 17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of the Most High and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach.
Hey, this when Esau come down with great wrath, because you go a few verses up to verse 12, it says that the devil, or Esau, by way of his system, go come down upon the whole world. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. The devil is coming down, right? So when he come down, you go to the last verse, and the brother just read it. His specific target is those who got the testimony of Yahweh Shai, it's true, and keep the commandments of the Lord, man. This is main target. He want those, just as Esau who got the birthright. That's the ones he want to slay.
Real quick, brother, about Cain, about Abel's blood crying out. I mean, he was crying out in the heavens. He went to the heavens and he complained to the Most High about what Cain did to him, man. So he said that the blood of thy brother cried out to the meaning that Abel was in the spiritual realm, giving a testimony, as it said in what is it? Revelation 6. No, Hebrews speak about it. About
Abel blood being greater things.
Right. So he was going in on Cain in the heavens, bro. Like, look at this, this fucking nigga killed me, bro.
Right.
He came to me talking in the field, right? This normal time. He do every day, probably, him and Abel probably chopping it up. Right. But he had some emotion on his mind. Right. What was in his heart? Right. Oh, bro, man, you see girl over there, she was bad one. Yeah, she was bad.
Yeah, right. Hey, but you go into that, I think it's like right with the second Ezra 14, the angel gave Ezra a little detail about those who died. They be getting their stuff off in the heavens, man. Going in. I think it's 14, one of them.
It's 14.
It's 14, huh? They be going in. He said, Ezra's like, man, hey, so, go read it. We can finish on that.
It says, souls of the just complain continually.
Right? Yeah, it's 15, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's 15. You got 1 and 14. On Ezra's asking, it's like, well, us on earth, is it preventing them from getting their blessing?
Oh, no.
And the angel's like, nah, they getting out their shit up there right now.
Because the brothers, the Israelites down here, bro, they go to the Most High and cry, bro.
Right.
And we like, we'll go to the Most High and fucking cry about this kid. Like, man, look, these niggas down here wild out. Please do something to these niggas, dog. Right here.
Revelation 18.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you want to go back to Isaiah 14 and Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials.
Now remember, the context is talking to the king of Babylon, but not just him, one man.
Right.
It's talking to all Edomites, man, because it's going into the fall of Babylon, right? Which these Edomites, take pride in, but the Lord said, "Oh, your pomp is falling." And really, before it actually fall, all this, they glory that they once bragged about is gonna be like, that's why they got the slogan, "Now it's okay to be white." They try to make themselves feel better.
Yeah. Because they have done enough wickedness. Like, how can I, deceive the people to look at me like I'm a, good person?
Yeah.
These so-called conservatives, they crying for Trump right now.
Right.
You cracking this over with, dog. Yeah. It's over with, dog. You can try everything. You can post on social media.
Right.
All that shit is over with for America.
They be grieving too, bro.
Yeah, they crying like a motherfucker, whining, bro, all day, bro. At my job, bro, these mics.
Right.
Bro, my supervisor on the phone with me, bro. He was complaining, bro. Nigga, you gonna be talking about gas, nigga. You talking about Donald Trump.
Right. And Joe Biden.
What they be saying? This was once a proper country.
Yep. And then the people that, even you Jakes that had faith in Esau, you held this nigga up. You thought he was this and that. Oh man, the white man's money. Even our women that look up to the so-called white man because he in power. Wait till you see him lose his power, man. You're gonna see the real caveman come out of Esau when he lose it all, man. All right, you gonna see it, man. This dude got low self-esteem and shit, man. But that's the same thing that happens to our people, man. Them curses, man. Jake don't know who the hell they are. So how the hell can you not have low self-esteem when you worshiping fucking Jesus Christ, man? Okay, a so-called white man. What self-esteem you gonna have then, man?
Esau's fucking doofus word.
Yeah.
What it is?
People bird, yeah.
Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
How you lost your rulership, man? How you lost this power that was given to you? How you lost control over all these nations? How was these nations able to destroy you with your own weapons that you created, man? Right? That's the question that's gonna have to be asked to Esau, bro. How you feel? And everybody gonna know at this point in time, but we gonna be fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? Esau gonna lose it all, man. Every little thing he had.
Yes, sir. You got it? Oh, real quick for the back end, what you saying about Esau losing everything, real quick for the Bible for the shop. Job 20. Last verse here. This is Job chapter 20 in verse 27. It says, the heaven shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. So once his judgment comes, everything that he owned is going to disappear, bro.
Right.
And not just disappear, but they're going to be translated to the Israelites, man. Right. We're going to have total control, okay?
That's right.
Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Now, mind you, this in the kingdom.
It says, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
And we're going to be surprised in the kingdom, like, bro, this man was once ruling over. When we see him, we will be in new bodies and shit, powered up. Even our children is going to fuck them up like, You sure they was ruling over us?
Right.
No. How? And we got to bring them back, a hologram. But in this time, we're going to have powers. We're going to actually go back. We'll probably go back. Like, yeah, son, look, this is us right here in McDonald's and shit, in slavery. But they're going to stay like that. And that's going to make their ass mad. And go to the field and start using their little powers and shit, man. Yeah, right. Straight up. Come on, man. But look, everybody would be like, is this the man? Bro, you had the earth in subjection. You was the one. He could walk by like that dude earlier, that little fucked up white man. Yeah, bro. Because what is Thor without his hammer? What is Thor without his hammer? What was the Monstars without the power in the basketball? Remember that on Space Jam? The Monstars, when they touched the basketball, they powered up. Take the power from there, what they is nothing. Take the sword away from Esau, what is he? Come on, man. A peasant, man. Where you belong? No power at all. He don't have no power.
I ain't like the Wizard of Oz, right? You know what I'm saying? They open that curtain, saying who the Oz was, God was. No pale people ass.
Right. And also, the Lord gonna take his wisdom from him. Right. Because he is reigning with wisdom.
Yeah.
So he's been deceptive with it, and it's in, it's on the left hand side. Because it tell you that the Most High gonna take away his life. Right. Inside of what is it? Job 18. The Most High gonna take it from him, bro. So he gonna be just another regular piece of shit white boy. All of them. Right. Okay. Yes, sir.
Damn, cavemen gonna come back. Remember, Esau really retarded. he really like that. Niggas sound like that. No, Esau really like that though. Like we know Esau dumb. The trailer park trash Edomites, them.
Right.
That's gonna be their regular nature in the kingdom. Trailer park trash. Let's get that out.
It says that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof. And they opened not the house of his prisoners.
Oh, we gonna tell them. Oh, so you ain't open the house of the prisoners. We're sure, bro. Esau ain't gonna be shown no mercy, not by us, not by these nations, because these nations still gonna feel played too. They ain't gonna forget. We gonna know what Esau did to us, and they gonna know. Japan go, man. Hiroshima, nigga, we ain't forget that. Ham gonna remember all that. All these nations gonna remember. The 7 brothers and their mother and Maccabees. Hey, Yahushua gonna leave him in Antiochus in the room with them.
Right.
You gotta see them. Hey, I'm telling you, and the little brother, I bet you he gonna get the most licks off. Watch, because he got it the worst. Right. But again, bro, we can consider these things and talk about them because we know what's gonna happen. We not tripping over it. We know this. Technically, we know the future. We do. We know it, bro. We know it. It's said it. We know it. Bro, we know we're gonna be back. Even if we die, we're gonna be back. Like, it's okay.
One of them sons down here put that he knew that he told Antiochus.
Right.
It says, it says, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
So in the kingdom, right? Now remember, it's gonna be 1,000 long years of slavery, right? Now after this 1,000 years, we gonna allow these other nations to go in certain portions of the land, of the earth. We gonna get, look, Moab, you over there, Am, you over here. It's your province, right? Ammon, you over here. You got frankincense. I want that shit the 1st and the 15th of every month. I want it on every full moon, on a new moon, right? But the point is, all these, after 1,000 years, these heathen nations, they gonna actually be able to enjoy the earth. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous on the 3rd, the people rejoice. So after 1,000 years, they gonna rejoice because they be like, man, we've made it out of that shit. Okay, we'll keep y'all laws. We don't want to go through that no more. But they gonna see Esau get judged, and that's what really gonna put fear into them. Like, man, about to do that, do what they do. Now the point is, you can read that again now.
Isaiah 14:18. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
So they go get certain portions of land in the kingdom after 1,000 years. But what about Esau?
He said, but thou art cast out.
But thou art cast out
of thy grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, they go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden on the foot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people.
It says, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial. Esau, you ain't getting no land. You ain't getting none, because after the 1,000 years, what he gonna be? Gone. Gone. That's what Isaiah 14 right here describing. Look, once we rule, they gonna be in, in the captivity. Over a period of time, after 1,000 years, these heathens gonna enjoy it. But Esau says, but you're not gonna be buried with them. You know how us in Revelation 11 is, when we was dead bodies, not knowing who we were, it says we was in the grave at a lower state. Well, once these nations get put on that lower state, Esau, you ain't gonna be there because you gonna be out the earth. You can bring it out now. Matter of fact, read it through one more time. Let's read the 21 and then we'll hit it off on that.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And that's when they gonna be cut off. You ain't gonna rise no more, because I think the next verse saying we gonna kill your son, your nephew. Now, if all the men dead, how your nation gonna continue? Come on, right? Come on, man. So all that's gonna be gone after 1,000 years. And think about it, Esau, he wanna go out into space. He wanna search the deep.
Right.
He wanna see these real stones and minerals. And once all this be brought forth after 1,000 years, he gets so close to it, the Lord will delete him. He gonna turn his TV off, huh? And the Lord will turn their TV off. So he gonna get close to it. Still so far. You can get that out?
Yeah, I'll tell you real quick, brother. You so obsessed with going into outer space and all that, nigga. I'm gonna take you out of space, boy. And you're gonna be clean in outer space. All that damn trash up there, all that bullshit, nigga. I'm gonna throw you right out there. No suit, no oxygen tank. And you better hold your breath, and you better get all that shit. All of it. In a timely order, okay, you're gonna have a quota of meat, a certain percentage, all that fucking shit. You better be on time, boy.
Space should be floating and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You better still grab that shit.
You better not float like that. You better keep some balance.
Because now you do what you want to do. You freelancing. Now, like Pharaoh said, y'all wasting too much time. What do you want Pharaoh to do? Yeah, you better be idle either.
Well, you said let's go and serve the Lord. Okay.
Hey, go ahead, man. But you got it. I we ended up on that. Now, again, this still in the kingdom right here. Because it's going into Esau's judgment. But it's about to go into when the whole earth rejoice. When is that? The kingdom, right? Let's see what happened to Esau. Just like he just read in Isaiah 14, he not going to be buried with these other heathens. You got it, huh?
Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 14. Thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoices.
So when the whole earth rejoice, when is that? After 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, when the righteous are in authority, they go better see what a real righteous rulership is like. So when the whole earth rejoice, let's see what's going to happen to Esau.
When the whole earth rejoices, I will make thee desolate. As thou didst rejoice in the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir.
O Mount Seir, because you would have said, well, he ain't talking about Esau. Well, he established who he talking to. O Mount Seir, you going to be desolate. So-called white man, woman, and child, when everybody else enjoyed the blessings of the Israelites. You got it.
And all Idumea,
even all of it. The Lord made so everybody. He said, even all of it, to let you know. Obadiah ain't the only one that said all Edomites. Because, vocab, I watched a Sakara video the other day, and the dude was like, well, yeah, all Edomites go down this side, but in the head, they still spirit, like, bro, I don't know what the fuck you was saying. I'm gonna put the video in the chat. Because Sakara was like, no, it said all Edomites. He's like, well, one could repent. He was like, no, it said all. That's the same thing Ezekiel said. So the scripture said, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let it be established. You got 2 prophets who said it. Obadiah and Ezekiel.
Job said it.
Yeah,
bro. There's so many scriptures, bro. Psalm 20, bro. It's so many, but see, you gotta have understanding to know that. All of them testify. Okay?
Shit, we testify.
Yes, sir.
Like you said, it's much evidence, bro. It's like Tupac did, hit him up. All the niggas got in talking about things, fucking with this, man. Like, all the prophets is talking about Esau now, he gonna be fucking destroyed. So, like, how can you even speak against that, bro? All the scriptures is lining up saying the same exact thing.
Esau think he was Christian.
Right.
That's powerful.
Hey, again, this is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 14 and 15. Thus saith Yahweh power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate.
Right. Real quick, brother. That match up real good with Revelation chapter 11 about how the nation rejoiced and they gave gifts to one another because we failed. Esau wanted the chief nation to do that, and they're still rejoicing at our fall. But
Racing.
they can't rejoice that much longer because now Esau feeling. Now they're experiencing what Jacob has been experiencing for centuries, man.
Right.
The
Yes,
scripture
sir.
said, I will put the curses on thy enemies, and
Yes, sir.
it's taking form now.
Right. You know,
The transition in that.
right. You pharmaceutical Edomites go ahead, brother.
That's what I know how to say. You better rejoice and be glad, oh daughter Edom. You're about to get it.
Right.
As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, in all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Come on, man. You would jump down to verse 19. That's it. But that's it, man. That's self-explanatory. You know, and that's what we're waiting on. Starting with the Edom. You missed it out. And the Edomite
Oh,
found.
no, I saw the video. Brother had a video.
That shit smacked like cherry. Oh,
Babylon is falling.
yeah, bro. Babylon falling, bro. Esau is over for you, man. But look, hey, Lord willing, we keep fighting, keep pushing, man, and we, you know, enjoy seeing the fall of these heathens. This is a good thing for us. You know, a good thing for us, man. So look, hey, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kwakadash.
and double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to all you walking out there who pushing this word with all truth and sincerity, and as well as all you believers out there who believe on the gospel. Keep fighting, keep pushing, and with that, shalom.
Shalom.